What is up, everybody? It's your boy. It's the Don. It's the Godfather. It's the future Hall of Famer. Here with my partner in crime, my Henny cool brother. What's up, man?
What's going on? It's your boy Prototype Virgo. We are back with another one with a gang of fools once again for another Henny Cool Brother stream number 12. Back in this bitch, but a lot more rich. I'm a Papa Bear shit and eat hot pork. I'm done. Go ahead.
What was that? What was all that? We didn't. Nobody
That was Lil
rehearsed
Wayne.
that. I don't know what that was.
That was Lil Wayne.
But we don't. But no.
That was not approved.
That was
definitely
not.
approved.
No,
That
you
was
upset
Weezy.
me. I was devastated. That's not how we should start.
That was not approved.
I just want everybody to know in the chat, I had nothing to do with that at all.
Yeah,
No.
we
Weezy
didn't
Do not
deliberate about
do
that.
not attach any association of that to me whatsoever. I have nothing
Weezy
to
out
do
of
with such idiocy, such blasphemy, such ridiculous nonsense. I mean,
Let the man try something new though.
nah. It was cool. It was cool. We messing with it. But yeah, with us today, we got
Why did you say that?
we got the homies. Our special guest today is brother Zoro fanboy, and we also got some of the blacks in here as well. But yeah, Zoro, what's up, man? How you doing?
I appreciate the invite, man. I've always wanted to be on one of these, so I'm humbled and I'm honored to be on here. You know what I'm saying? If I had some alcohol, I would contribute to the stream with some, but I don't. Unfortunately, I'm dry right now. So
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, Zoro. I'm sorry to hear that.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Bensei got all the wetness for you. He good.
I would much rather you be wet. Pause, but
you. Wow. Okay.
I told you.
All
I
right.
told
This is
you.
already taking a
What?
turn for the dark. Now,
no.
I mean,
Now-
there is a dude in the chat named Thick Glizzy Eater. So
Nah.
stop giving this
nah.
nigga attention, bro. Just let him vibe.
Yeah.
He's just trying to vibe. Now, also with us,
Yeah, what
we
do you mean by
have. I think Matt has been on maybe 4 of these now. What Matt he's just a whore for the
he's
Henny
been
Cool
in a
Brothers.
good amount.
He's
I mean, I'm
like,
you know what happens. You know what always happens with me and like local podcasts throughout the anime community. I just always become an honorary member because I'm just, I support the boys. I'm here. I support the streets. I'm for the streets.
Are you referring
all
to the
that.
Grove?
my nigga, my nigga.
Wait, what?
Don't listen to him. He don't know
What?
what he's doing. Look at him. He's
You
just
said-
looking down.
You said the Grove. What is the Grove?
Oh man.
Wow.
What is that?
That's
Anywho,
what we're doing now.
I don't know why we got here, but we going back on track. I'm not gonna let you niggas do this. Also, we have Jake and Brother Devil.
Hello.
Their first times on the Henny Cool Brothers. Welcome, gentlemen.
Their
Welcome.
first time here.
Hold on. We gotta give Jake the best intro.
Jacob!
What's up, man? What's up?
Yes, but of course. So let's not waste any time. Let's get started off, and you guys know the
What
topic
does
I want to
Neptune
talk
Junior
about.
get?
What do you mean? This topic is for Neptune Jr. himself. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, he made a video on Whole Cake Island and why it was trash. Now we're getting into the subject based on the last chapter of One Piece that we got. And I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this. I want you, well, I'm mainly talking to Matt. I want you to be as non-toxic as possible when you're giving this opinion. I'm talking to you, Matt. Actually. I'm not talking to anyone else here but you, Matt. Like nobody else. It's only for you. But yeah, how did you guys feel about that moment, or how did you guys feel about Sanji in the chapter in general?
Oof.
I'll go first.
Is this for
I'll go
Matt?
first.
'Cause
I'll
I
go
won't answer.
first. I'll go first. It pains my heart to see this because I just feel like the things that Sanji goes through are so unnecessary. So like, we all can agree that Sanji is most likely going to fight either king or queen, right? So, like, if that's where he's going to be at, inevitably, why put him through the ringer with this shit? And I just don't understand it. I still have very high hopes for Sanji. I think that I'm hoping that he has a meeting with CP0 agents, seeing how they're here. Hopefully Sanji can develop more Rokushiki style techniques, or this will be the catalyst to that. I have nothing more to say. I just want better for my boy, and yeah, this sucks.
You're a alleged boy, you mean? Alleged. That's not.
No,
your
that's my boy.
No, that's not your boy.
No,
Don't
that's
lie.
my boy.
That's lies. That's
That's
lies.
my boy.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it. It's okay.
That's my boy.
No, it's
I
all
fuck
right.
with
It's
him.
fine. You said what you said. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that though. It was a good speech. I appreciate
That's
that.
my dog. I
All right.
fuck with him.
Yeah. All right. Zoro, what about you, man?
Like,
Sorry.
I didn't know like you had to be honest. When I did my reaction, I'm like, oh, I'm curious what Jay had to say about this, but like, I wasn't like so like devastated about it. Obviously, I'm not as big of a Sanji fan as you are, although he's my second favorite Straw Hat, right? But my idea is like, yes, I understand it looked bad at the time, but it was really for Robin's sake that he did that. So it was kind of like, okay, Sanji looked bad, but it was for the sake of hyping up Robin. And we know he's going to get his eventually. So is it really that big of a deal ultimately? Like for this chapter, yeah, it sucks. It does suck. And it is a sign of how Oda treats him generally speaking, but he's going to be a fight. He's going to be fine. He's going to get a fight against a Calamity, and he's going to have his moment to shine. And he's going to probably have to fight a Calamity by himself. I hope at least, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
for the time being, like, he's going to be all right. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Honestly, I wasn't too devastated by it. It is tough because, you know, Oda didn't have to use Sanji in this way to, like, highlight Robin. Robin could have did her own thing, right? But it is what it is, bro. He'll be all right.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, it's just, and I'll even quote Mr. Bensei on this one because he said it to me many a time, and I am guilty of this, being a prisoner of the moment. But my retort to that is, what else do we have at the moment? You can be optimistic, and you can think that, oh, Sanji has great things in store, but like, this is getting dragged, bro. He's getting dragged, and it's tough for me to keep this hope alive that he's gonna have these wonderful moments and these powerful, strong moments, and then he's like you said earlier, ZFB. I don't think that he necessarily needed to be there to hype Robin. I think Robin could have did it on her own. You know, for him to have to be strung up, I don't think was very necessary.
Oh, it definitely wasn't necessary. Oda was just kind of a dick, but the thing is, like I had the same mentality when Zoro was, you know what I'm saying, not doing too much in the first couple acts, right? Because everyone was clowning on him. Jay, I looking at you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had that one tweet, Jay. I'm going to call you out on this.
Nah,
Like, oh,
it is what it
Sanji's
is.
doing more. Sanji's doing more in Zoro's arc than Zoro is, right? I believe you did say that at one point.
I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said.
I remember that.
I said what I said.
But it's just to give you an idea, like, you know, these characters' time's gonna come. Like, everyone's gonna eat this arc. Everyone's gonna eat. It's gonna happen. This is gonna be the arc where the Straw is gonna be elevated to GOAT status, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. So like panic this early on, like it's there's no reason to do it. It's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna have their moment. Sanji's gonna have his moment too. So I'm not ultimately too worried about it. It's just a matter of time. You gotta be patient with these things, man.
Yes and no. Go ahead, Jay. I know you probably been waiting.
No. Because I want to hear from Devil and Jake, especially Devil, just because I know his opinions on Sanji and especially Whole Cake. How did you feel about this, Devil?
Are very strong.
I mean, just I felt the same way you did, just not as strongly, right? And for like what Zoro is saying right now is like we know he's gonna get his time to shine, but the thing is, it's gonna be Oda's definition of what shine is. So you know, I'm not worried about
exactly.
that.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that.
He thought Sanji baking a cake was like cool the bee's knees. So I mean, like, you know, he's gonna get his time to shine, but what does that mean?
I see. You're saying
is
everything
it enjoyable for me, or is it just?
And I agree, and this is why I specifically mentioned what it is I'm looking for. If Sanji's gonna get a moment, this is the bar. Anything below this is fraudulent. Compared to the stuff that he's had to be put through, there's a line. Oda's created a baseline where it's like, he got to do this, or what you put him through wasn't worth it. And that's what I try to tell people, but they don't really understand. But Jake, what about you, man? Like, what did you think?
I effectively, I kind of had the same opinion as everybody else, right? I just felt bad for Sanji at this point. Like, we're this far into the arc and he's still getting shit on. Like, even the build up to coming to Onigashima, he was, and the storyline with him and like the prostitutes, him running off from the crew. Like, I thought that was bad enough. I thought after that it was gonna stop, but
it wasn't.
It just didn't stop. So now I'm just I just feel bad that Robin had to be hyped up and in a way that had to put Sanji down so low. Like, I feel like it could have been done a different way. Like, I don't think Sanji even had to be involved for Robin to get hyped, honestly.
I mean, I'm right there with you.
Saying.
My point is, I keep telling people this so many times before. It's like, that's fine. You can say, be patient, be patient. But the question is it's not about Sanji and his ideals in that situation. We already know about Sanji's ideals. I don't know how many times I have to keep repeating myself. Khalifa already happened. We know about his ideals. We know he's not going to give it up. If he didn't give it up in this lobby, there's no way he'd give it up in Wano, where an actual member of his crew was on the line. There's no way. So this moment, just reinforcing ideals that we already knew about, means the moment's not going to hit for some niggas. It's just not going to hit. And for me, it didn't hit because I already knew this shit. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You forcibly put Sanji in this situation where he didn't have to go into. You didn't have to put it that way. And they were like, oh, wait, he was saving a woman from getting assaulted. Okay, he saved them, folded the men, and he was running away. You mean to tell me out of everyone in there that you can't write it in a way that Sanji escapes and then runs into Nico Robin? See Sanji getting chased and then Nico Robin takes over. You couldn't do that. But no, he's got to get tied up. They got to get laughed at. Black Maria's got to tickle his chin. Haha, you cute nigga. No, we didn't need that. We didn't need that.
That sounds kind of nice, actually.
That's stupid. And I'm just I keep trying to tell people, like, you could do better. There's better ways. There's better ways. That's all I'm saying. And I'm still angry.
I feel that.
I mean, Jay, you even want your chin tickled by Black Maria?
Now when I'm tied up in Spider-Web's about to get killed, nigga, no. Let me go.
I mean, you might as well get one out before you go, though.
Nah. Nah. Don't listen to this man, Eric. Eric thinks what does he think? He thinks Zoro.
She could do before she kills you.
He thinks Zoro one shots Katakuri. Don't listen to Eric. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No. Guys, do not derail that.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, okay. But so then my question is, there are some people that are very upset by this opinion, and they believe that there is nothing wrong with Oda writing Sanji this way because it's just going to pay off in the end. What is the baseline for everyone here? What would make up for what happened with Sanji today in order for you to not worry about this moment ever again?
I would say if he was like getting information about something out of Black Maria and was only pretending to be helpless.
I would have liked. That's actually interesting. I would have liked that.
Because like they're spider web, right? You could just blaze up and escape, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Jay, like the woman that was in this chapter, I think, with the face covering, the little paper mask thing, I think that was Robin's, right? So I think obviously Robin's going to come up and have her moment, right? And it still leaves the whole mystery of who's in, with the scabbards, right? That extra person. They sent Black Maria to do something about it. Maybe Sanji goes over there and kind of after Robin shows up and he kind of addresses that situation. But he's still going to fight. He's still going to fight like Queen or King. So like, wouldn't that be good enough? Like, I would be ecstatic if he fought Queen or King because he didn't get an entire fight during his own arc. So if he got a fight against a Calamity, if it's a one-on-one fight, that's fantastic. What more do you want?
At this point, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I know this might be a little pushy, but I'm gonna stick with my stance when I first had it. If he's not fighting King, I'm disappointed. I genuinely believe if he's not fighting King, I'm disappointed. Yeah, like legitimately.
Well, you're gonna be disappointed. So
I'm just like, for me, it's like him fighting Queen just seems like Sanji's gonna beat on Queen, rather than him actually having a serious fight. Queen hasn't really has Queen ever really portrayed himself as a serious character?
Yeah, like Luffy.
What are we doing?
I don't know, bro.
Jay, what are you doing?
Queen's starting to seem a lot more like a gag commander than an actual commander to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Jay,
bro,
Sanji's a gag character.
If Sanji fights Luffy when they fight Blackbeard, and it struggles against Luffy, how much better than Luffy is than Queen? Like, this is breaking the balance. Don't start breaking the balance, please.
So the reason I'm saying
second commander.
So the reason I'm saying this is because what Devil just said. He said whatever he deems is cool, he'll try and make it seem like it's cool when it's really not. I'm scared that Oda would use Queen and Sanji's fight as some kind of it wouldn't be a serious fight. He would try to make it seem like a serious fight, but it's more like a One Punch Man fight.
Let's get serious though. For a
But
second,
like when has Sanji had a fight that wasn't serious?
The ramen guy.
Absalom.
I mean,
The ramen. Oh wow.
Yeah, Absalom, nigga.
Yeah. Wanze,
I mean,
Absalom.
listen, I like Bon Clay. I like Bon Clay as much as the next guy, but my nigga,
Jabra is also.
Jabra was goofy as fuck too, bro. Like, listen, a lot of Sanji's fight have a lot of goofy shit in it, bro.
He got to beat his ass in those fights.
All the more reason why he's more likely to fight him.
But that's what I'm saying. I want him to fight King. I want him to do something outside the box. Let's switch it up. Let Sanji fight someone who
King is occupied.
King is not occupied anymore. My man's making phone calls.
This nigga King said he was occupied. Why you couldn't go to the other room?
Man, you know that nigga he making phone calls in his room and shit.
Without them doing it, like,
bro, Jay, the dude, the nigga said, "Yo, the scabbards are here. There's 10 people in the room." He said, "I can't go right now. I'm occupied."
Right, his hands are full.
Marco,
listen. Overall, if he
Marco
fights,
Marco is occupying both him and Queen.
If he
Bro, like Jay, like one arc ago, fighting someone like a second commander was incredible for Luffy, an amazing feat because of what
It was.
Like, are we really gonna change our tune that much?
I mean, Zoro's fighting a Yonko. Zoro's fighting a Yonko. Zoro's fighting a Yonko.
Zoro's not doing it.
He's fighting two.
It's clear proof that Power Boot.
Zoro's fighting a Yonko, so that's not enough for
No. It has nothing to do with it.
Let me just get in. Let me just get in here.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Zoro's fighting a Yonko is like massive, like not even taking into context what's happening. Like he's not fighting a Yonko.
Echo what.
Here's the thing with Sanji
what
fans,
Zoro
right?
was saying, and like I don't think that we should like. I mean, if it's a gag, that would follow suit with multiple Sanji's fights, as y'all just said.
Yeah.
I think that if Sanji fights any commander, it should be it should be talked about. And then also the thing is, right, is that with a lot of Sanji's fights, or most of them, he finishes them mid-diff. Like, we can all agree on that. So if Sanji like messes up Queen and is still able, like, I don't think that y'all should put Sanji's ceiling at just fighting a commander with all of the with all of these other factors that are into play, right? So like, what if Sanji what if he hears about or gets intel about some of the Marines coming into Wano? Because Drake is still here, and I think that the Marines are coming. I think that
they're definitely coming. Yeah.
Yes, I think that more factors will be there. What if Sanji, figures out that the Marines are coming and comes up with a plan to do something about that? Once again, I think if he comes across CP0 agents, that would be good, but I don't know. Like, I don't think that we should say that it's bad if Sanji fights Queen because Queen's a gag character. He's still a commander at the end of the day.
I didn't say it's bad. I'm just saying.
Let me put it.
I'm saying, would it make up for me? Would it make up for me what Sanji went through if he just fought Queen? And I just think no. In my opinion, it's not that it's bad. It's just not enough. Because I'm bitterly disappointed. Let's
just put it this way. Look at all that Jack did, right? I mean, Jack's kind of a meme, we get it, but Jack was fighting his Nekomamushi and Inarashi without rest for multiple days. The dude was a beast, and he's like nothing compared to Queen. Queen's obviously stronger. So if Sanji was able to beat Queen 1-on-1, that makes he's definitely stronger than all the scabbards, and it's not even close. Like, that alone would elevate him very highly. Is that not true?
We see how tanky these Zoans are.
It would elevate him for sure, and I'm not saying it's bad for Sanji at all. I think it's. Let
me
put this guys. Like, Luffy is not Emperor level. Why do we expect Zoro to be first commander level now? Like, Luffy's getting bodied by both of them.
Wait,
still,
what?
Like, why are we like Zoro and Sanji have to be at that level too? They're not even like. It's annoying. Like, Sanji and Zoro should still have like high diffs against King, and you can say Zoro's fighting Kaido, but like he's like fourth fiddle in that fight. So like, stop being like he's fighting Kaido because like he's not the main player. Like he's playing support, and that's his role, and that's all good. And that's not shitting on Zoro, but it's not like, oh, Zoro's fighting Kaido 1v1. Like that's not what's happening.
Wait a second. I just have to ask a question. Jay, I just got to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Eric, did you just say that Zoro is playing support?
Yeah, he is. What do you mean? Luffy's the main player.
Okay, that's very funny, but I don't expect anything less.
Actually, that's an interesting topic. Hold on, that's an interesting topic because this is like
he saved Luffy twice and cut the fire. That's support.
Bro, Zoro has done the most. Zoro
what?
and Luffy. I would say this, right? I would say, I'm not gonna go into who did more damage, Luffy or Zoro. I don't think that matters. But what is very, very clear is that Zoro is that Luffy and Zoro are the most impressive on the roof, bar none. It's not even close.
I wouldn't say it's not even close because I think
Law's done more than Zoro.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that. Hold on. Yeah, no, Virgo, like, oh no.
Hey, don't forget. Hey, yo, making Zoro.
No, I'm not Eric.
Did Law not teleport Zoro up to hit Kaido, or am I imagining that?
I mean,
did Law not teleport around? Did Law not counter shock Big Mom? Did Law not gamma knife Kaido? Like what? You just
he did do that. He did do that.
Dying, bro.
And them hockey tip. Don't forget the hockey tipped rocks.
Zoro's literally hit Kaido twice, and everyone's like, he's a god.
Hockey rocks. It's the hockey rocks.
Not only to cut Kaido twice. He was able to counter his tornadoes. He was able to deflect an attack that cut Kiku's arm casually. Like, come on, let's not act like he's not been doing anything. He's been cutting Big Mom's fire too.
Yeah, hey, hold on, Zoro. It was kind of lit when he hit Kaido with the Dragon Twister too.
What was done more?
Okay, so
he hit Kaido with the Dragon Twister. That was lit.
So,
bro, I'm quiet. Yo, just for everybody in the chat, I'm quiet.
Hey, hold on. Hey, but let's not forget. Big Mom ain't telling him to watch out for no other attacks from what besides Zoro.
When Zoro hits Kaido with the flame dragon,
bro, I just feel. Look, Eric, I just feel like at this point, bro, you got it, bro. You got it.
Listen, Matt. Zoro's
Eric,
Zoro's done a lot, but like Law's been more useful.
You said what?
Law has been more useful.
Law has been more useful?
Yes.
Yeah, like Zoro saved his captain's life because obviously Luffy ran out of hockey and you had to pick him up. But no, Law's being more useful.
Law's saved Luffy about the same time.
Did Law save Luffy? Did Law move Luffy out of the way whenever did Law move Luffy out of the way whenever he saw?
Yes.
Wait a second. Whenever he saw that Luffy ran out of hockey, he knows about Luffy's ability. Don't you think that your argument that you're saying that that Law is being more useful? Don't you think if he was being as useful as you suggest, wouldn't he just moved Luffy out of the way? Why does Zoro have to do all of that? Listen. This is all I'm saying. I came at this and I said that the most impressive people on the roof are Zoro and Luffy. I'm not talking about usefulness because what is more useful than inflicting damage?
Being able to let those characters inflict damage. Like without Zoro's not doing the Dragon Blaze because he's not close enough. Like Law had to teleport Zoro up there to cut the fire to save Luffy. Right, Law's very, very useful. Don't underestimate him. He's doing a lot, and he's doing damage as well.
So
I would say, as far as impressiveness, Law probably got third.
It's not a bad. He's not making a bad point. I'm not saying
a lot.
I'm not
very, very useful.
I'm not saying that I I'm not saying that I disagree.
The reason why Zoro's very impressive because to Kaido and Big Mom, Zoro's a big time threat.
Actually,
who's the least impressive on the roof?
Okay. Kid. We can all agree it's Kid. It's Kid. Kid is by far.
They keep bringing up the aura.
Well, that's the thing. It's not about
bringing it up over.
But the issue is they're not worried about Zoro. They need to learn to be worried about Zoro, but they're focused on the sword way too much, and that's an issue.
Who got the sword?
But that's my point.
Who got it?
Again, they haven't mentioned but they haven't mentioned Zoro or the swordsman. They mentioned the sword. Oda wrote that. It's not. It's
Zoro
not.
happens to be swinging around willy nilly.
But that's what I'm saying. So I actually think later on, once Zoro actually does something plus Enma, not just Enma, Kaido's gonna realize, okay, how about I stop focusing on the sword and just not get hit by this nigga in general? Because I mean, that's where I wanted to go into. You know, just the whole Enma conundrum. Because I think fighting about what Enma does, whether it's a power up or not, at this point it doesn't matter anymore. Zoro has Enma, and they're strong. That's it. There you go. Dude, we could just put Zoro and Enma together. They're strong. Whatever. The one thing that I'm worried about is the way Oda is wording. Is the way Oda using Enma in the story? Does it concern you at all?
No.
How every time he does an attack that the sword's brought up?
Yes.
Little bit.
It's either Odin or the sword.
I can't get a real gauge of how much is Zoro and how much is Enma. Because all they ever talk about is Enma. I don't know. You want to give Zoro the credit for being able to tame and wield it, but he's like he's attacking Kaido and he's just like, I need to use Enma more. Why can't I just say I need bigger output from me? It's like, what do you mean I gotta use Enma more? Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Because go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all shit.
No. Like we're having a discussion here. So say what you gotta say.
You're here to talk, bro. Please talk.
I mean, okay. So when Zoro says that he needs to like pull more of Enma's power out, so I think that we all here can agree that Zoro has not mastered Enma. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so what does Enma do? What is Enma's power, Virgo?
Brings out your latent ability.
No. What is Enma's power? What does it do?
Your Rio. It brings out your haki.
It automatically takes the user's Rio. It automatically is doing that. And we saw this. We saw that it does it even when you are not wielding the sword, like when you're not like actually swinging the sword. Okay, so Zoro is constantly in the battle of tug of war with Enma, and like Jay says, this inevitably is going to lead to better haki efficiency. So when Zoro says, I need to draw out more of Enma's power, or I need to unleash more of Enma's power, I feel like what that is saying is that he misjudged the haki that he was outputting. I don't think he's like, oh, I need to because it says that Enma does it on its own. So I think all that, like, what Enma's power is that it takes more of your haki. So like when he says he needs to draw out more of it, I think that that's like him saying, okay, that wasn't enough haki in that slash or in that attack. I need to put more haki into that attack. Or
you are right on the money. I agree with that, Matt. You are correct. But how do you feel about them constantly bringing up the blade and not the user?
Well, I think that like it's gonna be both. I think right now, it's the beginning of the fight. Kaido, he's never seen a swordsman that hurt him besides Odin. So, and then like look at what happened. And
Kiku and Raizo and
yes, but he told, but he laughed. But he laughed at their attacks. He's not laughing at Zoro's attacks.
Correct.
So like, whenever Kaido he's talking to the scabbards, and then he tells the scabbards, "Yo, y'all's attacks, like they're nothing compared to Odin's, actually." And then he's like, "We'll never see a monster samurai the likes of him again." To me, that's foreshadowing to him acknowledging Zoro. I believe that Kaido is gonna acknowledge Zoro at some point during this fight. Just as if, or just as such as he's acknowledging the fact that, Enma, the blade Enma. So I think like, the same, in the same vein that everybody is telling me, oh, wait for Kid, wait for Kid, wait for Kid, wait for that. Like, bro, the fight just started, like y'all niggas are saying. So
For sure.
if y'all are saying that
For sure.
the fight just started, and all we're like, all they're talking about is Enma. Okay, let the fight persist a little bit more, and I guarantee you they're gonna talk about Zoro. I guarantee.
And to add to your point, Matt, to add to your point, Zoro hasn't used any new attacks we haven't seen before. Same shit we've always seen.
He hasn't.
He hasn't brought out anything new, and you know that's gonna happen. So let's relax.
And there's back to and where you're correct, Matt, and what I've said before earlier in the stream. Like I said, being a prisoner of the moment, we go off what we have and don't look towards the future.
Well, so here's the reason I asked this question was because it's not that Zoro's not going to get acknowledged. It has nothing to do with, whether Enma is considered a power up or not to the reader. It's about how Oda's using Enma currently at the moment in time. Oda seems it's like Oda wants us to believe Enma is a big deal. Compared to his description of what Enma was, where it seemed more of like a training mechanism, like everyone is saying. Why is it that if Oda already knows how Enma is supposed to work, why is he placing so much emphasis on the sword if it's not really doing anything but training Zoro's haki output? Is it a case where Zoro's putting out more haki than he's ever had before because of Enma? Or does it have something to do with Enma itself?
Well,
I can't answer that.
okay, so
I just feel like Oda likes to hype up swords because it's like whenever Mihawk does an attack, people always mention the sword too.
I don't think I thought they mentioned his sword when he held it up at first, but after the attack, they were only focused on Mihawk.
Yeah.
And
It's been a while. I might be wrong.
Well, the reason
I definitely remember like every time they bring it out, they're like, it's one of the sharpest blades. It's fitting for him.
Oh yeah, and it's like, well, here's the thing. And people say it's Kaido's reaction to the blade. It's not just Kaido. It's Big Mom too. Big Mom doesn't even know who Odin is.
You gotta understand. Every time
at the end of the day, though, we do know, and I will say this, and I've bashed people, but I'm trolling in the past, but I'm not trolling today. I have said in the past that honestly, the man makes the blade. The blade don't make the man.
That's a fact.
The man makes it.
like, if you give Luffy that blade, he's not doing nothing.
I mean, according to Quietly Loud, if King picks up Enma, he dies. So.
I don't think. I think that was heavy cap, Zoro. That's heavy cap. Luffy can definitely pick up Enma. Come on, bro. Do you have to be a swordsman to tame a sword, bro?
I mean, it seems like you need a lot of hockey.
Yeah. It's not going to take all this.
It's not going to take all Luffy's hockey. Luffy's going to take his hockey back. Luffy's like, nigga, shut up.
And all. You got a speech in All Alone Park where Luffy said, "I can't use swords."
Well, here's the thing: he's not going to be able to cut anybody or do any like techniques with it. But in terms of picking up Enma, in terms of picking up Enma, Luffy is low diffing Enma.
No, Zoro fanboy. What's gonna happen is he's gonna take his hockey back and he's gonna start punching. He's gonna start punching niggas with Enma. He's gonna punch niggas with Enma. That's what he's gonna do.
Did he have a D-die?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that
he did with D-die. He's punching motherfuckers with it.
I'm not saying he'd lose his hockey and die, but I'm saying he wouldn't be able to actually like damage with it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Luffy's not doing damage with any swords. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But so the only reason I'm asking this is because it confuses me that if the general consensus believes that Enma is not that big of a deal or not that big of a power up, or it's only Zoro, why does Oda keep mentioning Enma by itself when Zoro is clearly using Enma and he's using people who don't know Odin and don't really know what Enma does to hype it up? It's like he can't just be hiding the real. Zoro's not going to explain what Enma does to Big Mom and Kaido.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Hey, you gotta understand when it comes to Zoro's swords, there's always been a period after he gets a new one where it's like they hype up the sword every time. It's not new.
Okay,
all right. Not to this degree, I'll give you that.
I was about to say, you cannot compare what's happening right now with two Yakos compared to Zoro having a small monologue about his swords, because it's only Zoro that talks about it. The outside doesn't talk about Zoro Shisui, doesn't talk about Yuga Shiri, didn't talk about any of that.
What is Oars going to say about a sword, right? And Zoro was fighting like a lot of fodder when he used like Kitetsu and a lot of the other swords that he got, right? With Yoru.
Yeah.
Oh, not Yoru, I'm sorry, with with the other sword that he got.
But you notice, like,
Whiskey.
Kuma didn't say nothing, and he cut Kuma with Shisui, and Kuma's like, all right. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think Enma is presented as a much bigger deal than we like to admit, and I'm actually wondering whether our idea of Enma is based on, I hate to say this because I'm a hypocrite, but is it based on agenda rather than Oda saying, hey guys, this is a power up, but it does this, it has this specific attribute as well?
I think there's agendas on both sides, because you have the one side that wants to like do everything in their power to make sure that they basically have it so Zoro doesn't get any credit for what he's actually doing. And you got to admit, there's definitely an element of that.
There's an element, but it's at the same time. Go ahead.
And then you have Zoro fans, I will admit, that are also like agenda based, that won't admit that Enma obviously is a power up. So it's a combination of the two. Come on, you got to know that there's
of course, and I agree, and I'm not even gonna act like I don't have a hand in it. I think what I'm concerned about is, why is it such a bad idea that Zoro is just stronger as a whole? And if you wanted to throw the same energy, just say Sanji, the raid suit. Sanji ain't shit without his raid suit. I'd be like, you probably right. I'm still gonna be hype. I'm still gonna be hype when Sanji folds people with the raid suit.
I don't. My thing is, like, even if you don't believe that M was a power up, you can't say that it's accelerating Zoro's growth exponentially.
We don't know how much. That's the thing. Like, how much is it actually helping in this fight?
And that goes back to why I was kind of pissed about Emma, and I was pissed about the raid suit, because you never knew where either of them were really at.
Well, see, this is the thing. Hold on, because bro, I've said this, and Jay, a lot of people in here vehemently disagree, but I think Sanji and Zoro could have defeated a commander before they got their power-ups. And I think that a lot of people thought that the gap between Zoro and Luffy was way bigger than what it actually was.
No, you're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
So when they do get their power-ups, and if they fight these commanders or whatever, like, Sanji is probably going to mid-diff somebody.
Okay.
Sanji's probably going to have multiple fights.
Mid-diff? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Put it like
he
this.
fights
right?
Queen, he's not mid-diffing.
No.
I got a question.
All right. Wait a second.
I got a question for y'all when y'all done.
I meant to say this when y'all were talking about this. Bro, I think the writings are on the wall that Sanji is fighting King and Drake is fighting Queen. I think that is, like, I don't know why there's a debate on who Sanji is fighting. Especially when you compare the fact that, like, King, he's flying. The first attack that we saw him do was something very, very reminiscent of Diablo Jumbo.
Yep.
Okay, y'all bring up Marco. Marco has said over and over and over again, he does not know what his role is in this arc.
Yep.
Or in this war.
Right.
No, I don't think that Marco is fighting a commander.
I don't think so either.
You need to keep Marco away from the commanders. Let Marco play support. And y'all remember when I was memeing about this, and I was being dead serious. I said that Marco is gonna be doing in Wano what the fuck he should have been doing the whole Marine Force, which is playing doctor, which is flying around assisting who he needs to assist.
Yeah,
that's what Marco should have been doing. But now he's doing that, and that's fair. Let him do it. But no, Marco's not fighting. This is for the Straw Hats. Like Zoro said earlier, this is when the Straw Hats are gonna implode to or explode to superstardom. It's gonna be reminiscent, like whenever they became known throughout the world after Enies Lobby. That's what this is gonna mirror.
Matt, how can you justify Sanji being able to fight someone like King? Like, for Zoro, him being able to do what he's doing, we haven't seen him actually fight someone strong. But Sanji, we saw him get bodied pretty easily by Doflamingo. And King is stronger than Doflamingo, let's be honest. He probably is.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure. But
yeah.
Oh,
so how can we justify? I mean, unless the raid suit is that much of a power-up.
Okay.
Raid suit is a massive power-up.
No. Let's talk about
then his brother should be these two.
Let's talk about the Dofi stuff, right? A lot of people in here argue that Dofi could even fight against first commanders. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but he's not stronger than King.
No, he's not stronger than him, but he's on par with him, Zoro.
I would say a little bit
Bro,
below.
it
Just a
took,
teensy bit.
yo, no. Listen,
par?
it took,
On par?
it took 2 members of the worst generation to beat Dofi.
Matt, you understand that Gear 4th made Dofi look like he was nothing, right? The only thing that held Dofi back was Gear 4th.
And then
you have someone like Cracker who
wait,
deals with
and-
Matt. Then you have someone like Cracker who deals with Gear 4th like it's nothing.
Okay, so can I
And now he's the
retort?
third commander.
Can I retort?
He's the third commander.
Can I
Go
retort
ahead,
to what you
retort.
just said?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, Gear 4th was it briefly overwhelmed Dofi, but do you forget when Oda skipped away from the fight and then we came back and Dofi used an awakening and Gear 4th wasn't able to do anything to that? Do you remember that? Do you remember when
But the fact of the matter is,
do
if
you remember
Luffy-
when
if-
Luffy
if
got
Luffy-
out of Gear 4th? You
Matt,
remember when Luffy got out of
I
Gear
understand
4th?
awakening is important. I understand awakening is important, Matt, but you have to understand, like, if Luffy didn't run out of time, he was bodying Doflamingo before he could do anything.
Yes, but that is a part of his power, Zoro. That's a part of the drawback. I'm not gonna
But
give.
that's not the point. I'm not talking about Gear 4th. I'm just talking about power scaling, Matt. Because if Dolphy couldn't even deal with something like Gear 4th, and a third commander could
He
easily
did
without
deal with
having
it.
to worry about it.
He did deal with it.
I don't think he did.
He
Well,
did.
I think
He
we're
got lucky
getting.
because of timing.
I think we're getting lost in the
let's keep
conversation
it a
here.
buck.
Yeah.
The reason why I kind of feel Zoro fanboy because honestly, Doflamingo was basically playing keep away.
He was.
He wasn't like tanking it.
Bro,
he was just playing
okay,
keep
so,
away. Like, oh,
okay,
trust me,
okay,
it's
so
not gonna
Dofi changed the battle. So Dofi changed the battle to a long range fight because he realized
Which was
that he was
smart.
outmatched
Yeah.
in close combat. What's wrong with that?
Which was smart.
Which is smart,
What
but
is
I mean,
wrong?
regardless of the
No.
I
What
think
is
it's what
wrong? What is wrong with Dofi
Matt,
switching his battle tactics?
Matt, I'm not. Look, I don't want to make this a Dofi conversation. This is mostly a conversation about like Sanji couldn't deal with Dofi, right? And King is stronger than Dofi in my mind. Whether or not you agree with that, that's up to you. But I think he's stronger than Dofi. He has to be.
I agreed. I conceded that Sanji was stronger than Dofi. I mean that what's it called? That King was stronger than
King
Dofi.
was stronger.
I'm not arguing that, but is King gonna
Right, so
mid-diff
if
Dofi?
that's
Is
true,
King
then how
mid-diffing
on earth?
Dofi?
I think it's one. You have to take matchups into perspective here because Luffy's matchup with Doflamingo and King's matchup with Dofi. I feel like Dofi has a better matchup fighting someone like King than he does Luffy actually.
Well, we don't even know what King can do, but let's
True.
just say he's on.
But
Just say he's near Katakuri level. Let's just say he's near Katakuri level.
Yeah.
Then no way Duffy touches King.
In terms of skill, Katakuri should dog walk Doflamingo.
I don't know about that. I mean, I side more on the Matt side of things. Believe it or not, I don't think it's a dog walk.
No. What are we talking, bro?
But that's
Bro,
not.
what?
But what's the original? What's the original point you were making, Matt, about Sanji fighting King? Correct. And the raid suit.
My original point. I said that Sanji could have defeated a commander before he got the raid suit. It would have been a high diff to extreme high diff. He gets the raid suit. He gets stronger, and he's most likely going to be in a high diff, extreme high diff with King. If we factor in the hockey blooming things to our equation, which I think should be the case, especially for people that have a lot of room to grow, i.e. Sanji, Zoro, Luffy, Sabo, people like that, Kobe. Yes, Sanji can beat King.
I can see him fighting King. I think again, it all depends on where you viewed Sanji was before the raid suit and what do you think the raid suit does. I think Sanji's biggest weakness has always been his durability. Sanji just tanked a full zone form King attack head on and was fine. Sanji is now a viable player. He can actually will himself to victories because his body will be able to hold up compared to Zoro and Luffy, whose body holds up no matter what. Sanji never had that luxury. So now that he's here, we might even see a hockey bloom from Sanji that we haven't seen yet. Just because he has the durability.
For sure.
I'm just saying, as a fan, it would be hard. It's hard to accept that he can go from that with just a raid suit power up. Considering the raid suit wasn't even shown to be that crazy.
Zoro's fighting a Yonko right now, bro. And the last person he fought was Pika.
Wait.
But the thing is, we didn't see Zoro lose. We didn't see Zoro like get washed like that in the New World. We haven't seen that.
Bro,
have we seen that?
Okay,
Yeti Cool Brothers. Thank you, Devil. Thank you.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Let's not forget, Matt.
I think you're overstating. Hold on, Zoro. I think you're overstating the Dofi and Sanji thing. I really think you're being disingenuous.
Really?
And I think
Nah, dude got washed.
I
There's no way they would
think
get that in your way.
He got fucked up.
He got 2 shot, Matt. What do you
Bro.
mean? He was about to be killed.
Bro.
Law had to save his
Bro,
life.
Matt. This nigga used the Spectre attack, and Doflamingo blocked this nigga with a Gucci coat.
Oh, okay. He
And let's
blocked
not
his
forget,
attack.
Matt. Like, let's not also forget, Matt, the arc before. And I want to give Sanji the benefit of the doubt in this because Nami was in his body and he got injured. With Nami injured Sanji's body, right? But Virgo was like he cracked his shin, bro. And that's
Okay,
Virgo.
so
that's a
what
subordinate
does that
alt
mean? What does that mean? That
Hey, somebody
what does
got
that
mad
mean?
at me for saying
No,
that Sanji was injured beforehand.
no. Okay. So let's
People
dude,
get mad at
let's-
that for some reason.
Please,
My point is that
talk-
my point is that Sanji's level was more defined than Zoro was pre this arc. Much more defined.
Zoro. What does it mean that Sanji's leg got cracked?
He was
I feel
clearly
like
about
we
to lose
always
that fight.
somehow get here every time
I
we're
think
in
it's
the
pretty
He was,
self-explanatory.
bro. I do.
How do we get to Virgo versus Sanji? I don't know how we got here.
No.
We
We're
get
talking
here
about
every
Sanji.
time we're together.
Listen.
We're talking about
I will
Sanji straight
not-
before the race.
I will not go here. I will not go here if I just answered or get this question from y'all. If that fight would have continued, do y'all think that Sanji would have
Sanji would've
lost?
Yes. No, Sanji would
Sanji
have
would
lost.
have won.
No, he would have won.
Devil,
Sanji
you're
would have
crazy.
won.
lost.
He would have won.
You're
It's,
crazy.
I want to believe
Devil,
that
you're
Sanji
crazy.
would win. Yes, One Piece characters fight with injuries all the time, but the nigga Sanji wasn't very confident.
No, it's like
Nah.
Sanji himself. It's like the chain cracking doesn't matter to me. It's like Sanji himself
I
afterwards.
agree,
Like,
Matt,
that was
he
really
would've won.
bad.
He said that.
won.
Bro, he
But my
said
point
that was
is,
really
Matt,
bad. He didn't say that he was gonna lose. He didn't say.
that was very bad.
I don't know.
he said
People
that
said that was going to be very bad if he was going to beat his ass. That's the thing.
Like Matt, like
That
how
fight
do you
would've
think they did?
continued.
If that fight would have
Damn, man,
continued,
that
I would
fight
have whooped that man's
I
ass.
would have definitely had the upper
No,
hand.
Matt, like,
no.
how-
if that
how
fight
easy
would've
would he beat him, though?
continued,
How
I
easy would-
like.
Matt, how easy?
I can't hear Zoro.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. there you
Okay, I was just saying, like, what diff would Sanji beat Virgo?
That would've
High
been a-
diff.
I-
High diff.
That would've been a tough
Yeah.
fight.
High diff,
Yeah.
obviously.
go. I think high diff for certain. He's not. He's
So
not.
if it takes high diff to defeat someone like Virgo, then
Yeah.
someone who's not even as strong as Duffy is. And
Virgo's
Duffy's
pretty
not as strong
strong.
as Stevie is. Bro, come on.
Virgo-
He's like
Virgo's-
second man.
Bro, come on me one more time. See what happens
Vir-
on
Vir-
for this podcast. ZFB.
Virgo is by
I'm
far
saying Virgo-
Doflamingo's most impressive executive, and I don't think it's
I
close.
understand.
Wait.
I agree with
listen.
that.
I
My
think
point,
that
my,
we're getting.
my point is he's still weaker than Doflamingo.
That's fine.
And Doflamingo
Yes, he
in by a decent margin in my mind.
So
Bro,
How could you? That's my thing.
I think that we're
That's
getting
too
off
much of a
topic
jump.
because
We are getting off
You
topic,
don't
yeah.
think
Oh,
you
we're
don't think that
definitely
it's
getting off
too.
topic.
Wait. You don't think that it's too much of a jump for Zoro to not even fight a commander? Not even, bro. We did not know.
I didn't say that.
where-
I didn't say that.
Bro,
I didn't say
Zoro. Bro, listen, Zoro. Zoro went from fighting Pika, an executive, just like Virgo, to fighting a Yonko.
I understand that, Matt, but you got to realize he's doing it as part
you're
of a
trying
team.
to tell, and you're trying to tell me,
True.
and you're trying to.
I mean,
Bro,
I agree.
wait a second.
That's a
you're
good
trying
point.
to tell me. You're trying to tell me that it's too much of a stretch to say that Sanji could beat King.
1-on-1, yes.
How?
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. It depends on
I
what
just
you
don't know
think.
if we got enough.
Let me just say this, and I'll be on record. And
I mean,
you know,
like, after 2 weeks of training, Luffy's like fighting Kaido. Nothing's really a stretch anymore to me.
let me just say one thing, and you can come back to this and rip on me if this is the case, because I really do believe this. Like,
I'm looking.
if Sanji fights and beats King 1-on-1, it's arguably more impressive than what Zoro's doing on the rooftop right now.
That's
because
cap.
he's doing
That
it by
is so cap. That is so
By
cap,
himself.
Zoro.
by himself.
I actually
Matt,
don't think it's
there's a
cap. I'm not gonna lie. Just because I
No.
think of,
I'm sorry,
I'm
wait,
thinking
what is it?
because I'm thinking of the jump here, man. I'm thinking of the jump because for me,
That's a ridiculous jump. Matt, that is a ridiculous
because
jump.
Sanji should, if we're taking Sanji as seriously as we could, I would concede that Sanji could maybe fight a third commander without the raid suit. Fight. I didn't say beat, but fight. He's at there. I think the raid suit is so much of a buff that it catapults him from like third to like low first or something like that. Where he's like he could fight someone like Katakuri. I don't know if he'd beat him at all. Honestly, I don't think he beats Katakuri, but I think he'd be able to fight him.
Real quick, Jay, actually, I want to know your thoughts on this too. A question I've been waiting to present. If Jack returns and Sanji fights Jack, how do you feel about that?
I would be
I'm fine with
disappointed.
that.
What?
I would be disappointed.
Hell no.
I would be
Bro,
disappointed.
That's
Setting yourself
trash.
up.
That's
Setting yourself
trash.
up.
Jack has been folded by like 3
Bro,
different niggas.
that
I
is-
don't
bro,
need
that
that.
is trash.
Ashura
Bro,
Doji
bro,
folded this
Sanji
nigga.
fights Jack.
Nekamamushi
Bro,
and Inuashi
listen,
folded this nigga.
Bro, listen to
Don't
me.
forget
Listen to me.
Zunisha.
Listen to me. If Sanji fights
only because
Jack,
of the moon, bro. Only because of the moon.
if Sanji fights Jack, that is the worst case scenario for Sanji.
It is
in
the
this arc.
worst case scenario.
Really?
Yes.
No, the worst case
Yeah,
scenario
yeah.
would be if you just make
Scenario.
sandwiches.
Case scenario, he doesn't get a
Bro,
fight at all.
no.
That's worst case scenario.
Okay, I mean, we all agree here that Sanji is going to fight a commander, right? If he fights Jack, the commander that has been tossed and turned
Just got his ass
around this
beat.
entire arc, and he just got destroyed, bro. That's not going to be impressive at all.
Table scripts.
It won't be.
But Matt, what if he deals with him very easily?
It's
No.
still the worst case
Yeah,
scenario,
bro.
nigga.
Bro, it's still, bro. It's still, bro. I don't, bro.
Worst
look,
case
listen,
scenario is
Hear
the whole
me,
cake situation.
hear me, and
He
hear
doesn't
me
get a
good.
fight.
Hear me and hear me
Oh,
good.
that's worst
Here-
case scenario, Zoro. I agree.
No, it's not worst case
Worst case
scenario.
scenario, he
because-
doesn't fight
wait,
Hitting
wait,
the-
Wait, let Matt talk.
It is not worst case scenario because we all agree that Sanji should fight a commander. We're not, bro. Like, listen, we're not talking about the low standards. Yes, this is worst case scenario because we all agree that Sanji is going to get a fight at the end of the arc. Him getting a fight or him not getting a fight is not. That's not even on the table. What are we talking about?
That's what niggas were saying in Whole Cake.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, and bro, and Whole Cake. The
Remember
It's his arc.
Oda Sanji will never be this cool again.
It was his
No.
arc.
I'm concerned.
Bro, I'm just saying this.
How we gonna act like it wasn't his arc?
I'm-
Well, I mean, Sanji cooking at this point would mean that
The only
Big
thing a
Mom
nigga
goes on
fought was a
another
whisk.
okay,
thing, and
Some
the
egg beaters.
Big Mom
and
going on a
knives.
hunger thing makes no sense.
Bro,
It
listen.
just does no
I don't
sense.
know why people in the chat are talking about page 1 because, like, bro, you have the likes of like
Nami.
the lower level straw hats.
Nami and
the
Usopp.
weak trio.
Bro, the lower level
weak
straw
trio.
hats are fighting against the Flying Six, bro.
Yeah,
why
no,
are we
that's-
even bringing the Flying Six don't?
Why
they
couldn't
can't touch
Sanji
them.
defeat page 1? That's
he
interesting.
folded page
Oh,
one.
He did.
Did he?
He
I
he
didn't see that.
folded page one.
Bro, Sanji was dominating
Honestly,
page 1.
page
bro.
one was in my opinion, a no diff.
Sanji
Whether
was
he
dominating.
Sanji would
not,
no
he had
diff page one.
little-
Sanji was
No,
dominating.
I don't know
page
about
1.
that.
Am I
He was
reading the same
It
dominating.
was
thing you
little.
guys are reading? I don't know. I don't know what's
Don't bring
going
the
on.
anime attack in.
Bro.
I'm not talking about the anime.
Go read. Nothing happened. Sanji
notice?
did nothing to page
Like
1.
even
that
with the
fight.
raid 2 when they clashed, like Sanji got sent flying, so page one's like not weak.
He's not weak, but he's still Sanji
After
still
that,
folding
it was
him.
rap.
I feel like this is a mix because people don't like Thunder Tempo and Ulti doing damage, so now they're weak as shit, which
Well,
is not true.
So that's a different
I mean,
discussion,
honestly,
right?
Ulti's been taking attacks the whole time, so I'm not.
And General
He's fine.
Frankie's fighting
Ulti-
Sasuke, and General
Ulti-
Frankie's
Ulti
no
is
joke either.
He's not though. General Frankie has never been a joke.
Fine.
So why is
It attacked
page 1 a meme
her,
now?
but Ulti was just pissed off.
Well, okay, so it's not about page one being a meme, right? I think it's more of a case that some of these Zoans are carried by their durability. I genuinely believe it's just they're carried by their durability, so it takes more hits to kill them. Think about them as like a level 20, like a level 20 Snorlax. You know, you may be level 50, and if you use like water gun on it, it might take 7 water guns to kill the nigga, but he's not gonna do nothing to you.
Ulti has.
That's
been
really what it
sniped
is.
twice, and it's fine.
Like this, all they are just a bunch of defensive fighters. None of them has impressed me offensively yet, except for Kaido and Ulti.
Oh, yeah, let's say.
Yeah, no, it's it. Ulti and Kaido. Everyone else, nobody has offensively impressed me on this crew yet.
What about the Brachio bomber?
The Brachio bomber.
See, you make me mad, Eric, because you know I'm gonna get upset about that. Because you know I'm gonna get upset about it. Because we know we don't need to talk about that. I think
memory bomber. Let's go.
I think everyone in this community can all understand when he used that shit on Big Mom and she fell asleep. We all said the same thing, whether you're an Oda apologist or not. That was bullshit. Everybody in the chat was like, "Oh hell no!"
Hey, Jay, it doesn't matter. It happened in canon, so it
Bro,
happened. So you can't just throw
bro,
plot
that
at you as
wasn't
an excuse.
that
It
wasn't an
happened.
impressive attack.
It was not an impressive attack,
Can we
nigga.
stop?
It didn't make
wasn't-
Big
No,
Mom
it
say ow.
wasn't.
Bro, it was not an impressive attack at all.
Listen, did it hurt Big Mama a little bit?
No.
It didn't. She looked around and said, "Oh, you're queen," and then fell asleep. Nigga,
Like, bro,
zero damage.
Why are we entertaining this? Can we stop? Can we move on? Can we move on?
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like you're just ignoring.
Brachio Bomber is a Yonko level attack. Okay, so I guess that's what we doing now. I guess that's what we're doing.
No. It's not a Yonko level attack.
Bro, Brachio Bomber did. Bro, come on, man.
The chat said it was impressive as fuck, so I don't know.
Oh my god.
There are trolls.
I mean, just because the moment was bad doesn't mean we have to downplay the attack.
Brachio Bomber, nigga, stop.
Like,
I'm
bro,
done. I'm done with the conversation.
I cannot believe
I'm done.
I cannot believe
I'm tired.
this, bro. Like,
Y'all exhausted it out of me, bro. I'm good. Sanji fight king or queen. That's all I ask. Nothing else. No Jack. No page one. None of that horseshit. I'm done.
Sanji's fighting.
Jay, why are you discounting the fact that Sanji could get up to the rooftop? That's a possibility.
Sanji doesn't belong on the rooftop.
I'm
There's no reason for him to
What do
be
you
there.
mean?
There's no motivation.
Straw Hats belong on the rooftop.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
I'm telling you.
I would be mad if Jinbei shouldn't be on the rooftop.
He's gonna see Jack.
Jinbei shouldn't be on the rooftop.
Sanji's
No,
gonna
he
see
shouldn't.
Jack.
Wait.
Actually, you know what? Actually, for Big
Yeah.
Mom, maybe.
But, at some point, you don't see Straw Hats versus Kaido as a thing.
No.
No.
Oh God.
Kaido would fold. Kaido would fold 50% of them niggas in 2 seconds.
Do you want some of them? Do
I
you
think
want some of
that's
them to die?
So Eric,
I think there's
you
a
had
good chance of that
problem.
happening.
So Eric, let me get this straight. You had a problem with Zoro being a part of the Kaido fight, but you're advocating for all of the Straw Hats to fight against Kaido.
Why do I have a problem with Zoro fighting Kaido? I didn't say I had a problem with it.
I mean, all
I think
of
it reminded me
your,
of Trey Rag.
all of your tweets and what you've said on stream.
I'm saying
just-
Zoro killing Kaido and doing massive damage makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. I've no problem with Zoro fighting with Kaido.
So you want him to just be there to just land scratches?
I mean, pretty much.
Well, that's what he's doing right now. So yeah.
So
what are the if Zoro's only doing scratches?
No, wait, Zoro, I got you.
Nah, bro,
Eric,
he will
Eric,
reopen the sky. I know he will.
so penetrating Kaido's scales is a scratch.
Low key, technically, if you're going by technicalities.
Penetrating
relative to Kaido.
scales is a scratch.
So
Relative to Kaido's body size,
well.
yeah,
What do
it's
you
a
want from
scratch.
me?
Okay, I see what y'all niggas on.
Can you want scratch Kaido as well?
No, this is different.
What do you want from me?
That's
And
just
Kimo didn't even have Enma and he was able to hurt Kaido. That's crazy.
Let me just say, and this is 100% the facts. All right, let me say one thing. No one except Zoro has actually cut through Kaido's scales in One Piece. Not even Odin.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Odin.
Every time that Odin
makes
makes clips, I posted about this on Twitter.
Are you gonna give me the belly argument? Because I'm gonna throw something at you.
Wait. What is? Let me hear what you're saying, Zoro. Hold on. What do you mean?
Let me explain that.
What do you mean by that?
In fiction, right? When it,
Here we go. The dragon belly. I'm
Yo,
Go ahead, Zoro. Let me hear him. Let him finish.
my argument before I.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fact of the matter, scale on a dragon in every freaking fictional piece when it comes to dragons is the toughest part of the dragon. Everything, right? And every attack that we saw, whether from the scabbards or whatever from Odin himself, was either the hands or from the stomach where he's not scaled. Right? Now, I know, I but those are the facts. His back is scaled, and something like his face is scaled, and his head is scaled. No one that's a swordsman is actually able to cut through Kaido's scales that we've seen so far. Maybe Odin did it for a long way. Was that? No.
You see any scales in human form? That's interesting. Because Luffy couldn't punch Kaido through his scales, even though he was thinking about his human form.
But I'm talking about swordsman. All right, we're not talking about Luffy. All right.
Yeah.
He only has his scales in his dragon form.
Okay.
He only has his scales in his dragon form.
He doesn't have.
And he's gonna have it in his hybrid form. He's gonna have it in his hybrid form. I guarantee that. But my point is, while he was in his dragon form, none of the scabbards they either stabbed him through his hands or they stabbed him through his stomach. They never actually cut through his scales, and they made an effort to point out that he cut through the scales this chapter. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Because
that's been the whole thing, the entire arc of getting through Kaido's scales.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are.
That's how his defensive ability works.
Looking too much into it.
Because here's the thing.
I don't think they ever said like, "Yo, his stomach's his weak point." There's no.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They never emphasized that. I don't know where y'all going. Y'all thought you had something. You thought you had something. No, nigga. No.
Let me back Zoro up, Jay, because you're bullshitting right now. You're bullshitting.
Yeah,
you
okay.
know you are. So is the belly scaled?
No, you guys are thinking about like in terms of art. I don't like. There's no big story because like it's like Eric said when he was in human form, they were like, "Oh, he punched through his scales."
He's like, I can't get through Kaido's tough scales, and he's thinking about Kaido in normal form. He was punching him in the face, and nothing was happening. He has scales in his normal form. That's his Delphi ability.
He's durable in either form.
Defensive ability is his scales.
You're not listening. He's durable whether he has scales or not, but the scales add a level of durability that's not normal without his scales. That's you gotta ask yourself a question.
Belly thing is
do his scales add any protection whatsoever? Are they just there for flavor?
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Zoro. Why was Zoro
level argument right here?
Zoro? If this is the case, why was Kaido so surprised that the scabbards could pierce him and cut him in the first place?
Because he's never been cut before by anybody else.
So you mean to tell me that nobody ever tried to cut this nigga's belly if it's weaker than his scales?
No,
Clearly not, Jay.
So my question is, Zoro,
it's never been established that his belly is softer than his back.
I think it's a reach because
like that's my only problem. Like they never said
anything. That's what I'm saying. You can't just focus on the scales and be like, oh well, Odin and the scabbards only cut this nigga's belly, but Zoro cut his scales, so he's more built different. Do you know how wild that sounds?
I mean, Zoro is more built different, but that's just not the reason.
Allegedly.
And that has never
Zoro,
been stated.
I know that's not your assertion.
Look,
and you're trying to highlight the point they made in the chapter, right? Is that what?
Why would they bring it up if it's not important?
Because so this goes back to my wording about Enma, and why is it that they keep bringing up Enma repeatedly without bringing up Zoro if it's not that big of a deal? It's the same concept.
Look, I understand Enma's a big
deal. I can
deal.
answer the question though.
Because maybe it's Enma that can cut the scales.
Jay, I can answer the question because that's the goal of the entire arc is to get through Kaido's tough scales.
Right.
That's why they're bringing up. He got through his tough scales, aka he got through his defensive ability. That's like the whole thing throughout the entire arc. How did we get through Kaido's tough scales?
You know what I think will solve this? If you look at let's see what Killer tried to cut first. Because Killer made he's the only other person that's been on the rooftop that has made a comment about his scales.
He also said the same thing about his scales.
Yes,
he said the same thing about his scales when he's trying to
look at the way that Killer had to attack Kaido.
No, he had to like use sonic. It's like what the sound vibrations, right? Where it kind of goes right through, it bypasses his scales and attacks him on the inside, right?
But right before that panel, Jay, if you go back to that chapter, right before that panel, he tried to cut through Kaido's scales on his back and he couldn't do it. He was like using his blades to try to cut through and he couldn't do it. That's why he used the sonic attack, because he couldn't get through those scales.
Oh boy. Like literally, it's there.
Yeah, we're not saying Kaido isn't durable. I'm just saying I don't think his belly is like unscaled or something. That's why
why are the scales there? Is there a difference? Like is it not a protective layer?
Devil Egg, what he's saying is that the part of Kaido that has the scales is harder to penetrate than the belly.
Than normal.
I know what he is saying. I'm disagreeing with that.
He's asking you as a question. Anyone ever got a fish here? Has anyone ever got a fish in real life?
I've never got a fish. No.
There are scales on the belly of the fish. It's just Kaido's you're aware of that, right? You do know that.
Not a fish.
Scales are not on the
Actually,
belly.
you know what?
Crocodile has scales on his belly as well. You're aware of that.
To be fair,
he's a dragon.
I think snakes have scales on their belly.
Eric actually is bringing up a good point. If you actually think about the anatomy of lizards, if you think about the anatomy of lizards, is the underbelly always the softest part?
Jay, this is a mythical creature. We're talking about dragons. If you look at any piece of fiction,
it's a lizard.
Books, whether it's novels, whether
it's a mythical creature in the canon of One Piece, it's never established that his belly is softer.
He's a koi.
Let's just move on.
Why are you bringing it up?
Let's just move on from this.
Well, let's just move on. You guys don't agree, okay?
I'm just saying that it's not a coincidence that every time that he's gotten hurt, it's in the same area. That's all I'm saying. Every time he got hurt, it's the same exact area. He's never got stabbed in the back. It's always been the stomach. Why is that? That's all I'm saying. Where there's smoke, there's fire. If they bring it up more, you know who said it first.
Luffy also punched him in the face many times.
Yeah, I'm talking about cutting. I'm talking about
He's
swords.
talking about cutting, yeah.
I'm not talking about Luffy's punch.
Why does that?
Okay, to be fair, if you look at the cut, it's kind of
He's
like
trying to get through his scales too.
if you look at the cut, it's like half and half
the
though.
as well.
If you look at the cut, it's half and half. He's cutting like a part of his belly, and he's cutting a part of the scales too. It's a little bit half
Who
and
cut
half.
him in the skin?
Bro, but, oh my god, man. Oh my god, bro.
Look, okay,
Y'all-
I,
Can we just move on?
I understand.
Can we just
To
move on?
honest, why can't we just say Zoro cut Kaido and leave it today, bro? Like that's a big enough feat.
Damn.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
It's a
Let's
big
leave it at
enough
that.
feat, bro. There was no
Never
dispute.
do that.
There was no dispute about the feat.
I'm just saying.
There's no
I'm
dispute.
just
We can go with
Just
that
keep
and
watching.
roll.
All right.
Bro, run away
You
with
know who
that.
said it first. That's all I'm saying. It
All
could
I'm-
be nothing, but if it's something, you
I mean, I'll happily take the L if they bring it up in the future.
Oh,
I'm just
for
saying, I don't
sure.
think so right now.
I mean, it's just never been harped
kinda
on
with double
before.
leg on that
Yeah, I would like to hear more about the difference between his scales and then his stomach, and then I would have been okay. And it's like,
Just-
Like, if a nigga cut him, like, oh,
Look at the fight with the
stomach
scabbards.
hurt.
Just look at the fight with the scabbards. Every time that they stabbed him in the stomach, every time. Nakamushi stabbed him with his foot, or Inarashi stabbed him with his foot, it was in the stomach. They did the Tetsuga attack, it was in the stomach.
I ain't gonna lie.
Then
And
keep
then
it
you gonna
coming
stab that
out.
nigga in the head.
I
What
guess
was
I think we'll learn more about it with hybrid form. I think we'll learn more about it.
Yeah.
Just because we're at the hour mark now. So there's two things I want to talk about really quickly.
Y'all have a good night, though. Thank y'all for coming through.
Don't listen to this nigga. Don't
Go
listen up. But we can actually combine the two, right? We can combine the two. Now, there's been a lot of discourse, on this one
Oh, boy.
poll that Eric put out.
Oh man.
Oh,
And
ahead.
as you guys know, the theme of this episode was clearly toxicity because it's been a while. So I'm glad it shaped out the way I wanted it to. Zoro, now Virgo, now you understand why I didn't really put up a, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, now you understand. But
why you didn't? Why you wanted me to stop it earlier? Yeah, I got you.
Katakuri versus Zoro, right?
And you know what? I'm mad that Eric is now muted for this portion.
He's gonna come back. You'll see. My point is we've had response videos. I think I've had 3 different One Piece YouTubers respond to my initial Katakuri versus.
People have made videos.
They have made 20-minute videos individually.
You made a video.
I made a video on Zoro versus Katakuri.
Can you let him talk?
That's what I'm crying. But yeah.
Hey, cool, brothers. I can have this.
Yo,
All right, shut up.
so-
You shut the fuck up.
He said he made a video.
Anyway, this.
Hey Matt. Shut up.
So I can't.
Hey, bro.
You can't take niggas nowhere. All right.
Shut up.
The point is that it is a big debate where one people thinks you say something about Katakuri and try to give him hype, it's blasphemy. It's like there's people that genuinely believe everything that I said in that video was complete blasphemy. When I thought I was putting out some pretty good points, to the point where we've had people stretching the context of the story, stretching the context of abilities that Luffy has, all in order for it to seem like Katakuri is an easy wash for Zoro, which shocks me. But what I want to ask Zoro, because I don't think I've had this conversation with you, Zoro. I've talked with Matt about this at length. Do you believe Zoro is washing Katakuri?
Washing, no.
Come on, bro.
Washing, no.
Matt,
Do you think he's
was
beating?
that-
The thing
was
is,
that,
like,
come on,
yeah.
bro. Like, why doesn't he agree with the fact that he's watching him, or was it like?
This goes back.
No,
This goes back to the conversation.
Yeah, let's Zoro finish.
My bad.
Yeah,
bro.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead. I was just gonna answer you real quick,
No,
Virgo.
I was just gonna say this goes back to the conversation
I'll talk to you a
that
little bit,
I don't
Matt.
underestimate. I understand that we're moving past the commanders and their importance in the story, but I don't underestimate them. I don't think that they're trash all of a sudden because we're, because we're past that point in the story, right? I just don't see that until Zoro proves that he can do something like that. I'm not willing to put him on that level quite yet. Now, I think he actually could beat Katakuri. I think it's definitely possible. But wash, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful to everything Katakuri did. And considering Luffy, technically, I mean, you can argue whether or not he actually won, quote unquote, like a clean fight without some shenanigans involved. I think he deserves it. And you have to understand, like you said this before, Jay, but this game with One Piece, with fights, it's all about matchups. And I think for a long time in that fight, Zoro's going to have to deal with that observation hockey. I think he could overcome it. I definitely think it's possible, but it's going to take a little while before he can do that. Like Luffy had to deal with that initially for a while. So washing, I mean, I don't see how you can justify that. I really don't.
Your brothers.
Oh, sorry, Zoro. We got a gifted five subs from Carter. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, Carter, for the 5 gifted subs.
That's right.
If you don't mind, I want to acknowledge two of the homies that just came in here for the Henny Corp stream. Steve-O, what's up? And what's good?
What's up, Steve-O?
What's up, Lord Steve? What's cracking, Virgo? What's up, niggas? How y'all doing, man?
Glad y'all can make it. It wouldn't be the black stream without y'all boys, right?
That's a fact.
Why do we pay attention to idiots in the community that say dumb stuff like
dumb stuff like
who's calling out?
Katakuri?
Okay.
Like Zoro is washing Katakuri. Why do we pay attention to dumb shit like that?
Well,
I'm asking a genuine question. Like, okay, so if Luffy didn't wash Katakuri, why would Zoro?
Well, here's the thing.
Right.
They say it because they believe that they say Katakuri is a fraud because he couldn't knock out Luffy in those 11 hours where he was beating him up. Saying that he doesn't have power, doesn't have true power behind his punches, and that he has a durability issue. And that's one of the main causes that I've seen. They also believe Future Sight isn't that big of a deal whatsoever. And there's a lot of people in the verse that can overcome Future Sight.
And that started happening when Kaido blitzed Luffy.
Well, I've always said that. I've always said that Future Sight is not the end-all be-all because, like, niggas just act like, oh, Future Sight is the pinnacle of observation hockey.
Cap. Well, it probably is,
like,
but it don't mean that.
Have we seen it
in the world?
Have we seen any other higher ability than that from observation?
Fujitora.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know any nigga that can like
Fujitora
use hockey to tell everything that's going on an island. That shit is OP, bro.
I mean, well, Enel did that.
If Fujitora does
Speaking of
he didn't do it to the extent. He did not do it to the extent that Fujitora did it, Zoro. Come on. Enel did not do it to the extent that Fujitora did.
Enel could hear everything on the island. He was pretty beastly.
And he wasn't even on the island that he heard everything.
Yes, but that was amplified because of his devil fruit.
He combined it with devil fruit.
Yes, thank you.
That's still impressive. That's still really
that's
awesome.
still extremely impressive.
Now, you gotta understand also.
Listen, wait. But this was Fujitora with straight hockey.
Now,
he is blind.
I know. I'm just saying that NL isn't more impressive. I'm just saying that's also on the same level of impressiveness.
I don't think it's the same level at all.
Yeah, I mean,
they haven't even introduced hockey at that point. That's really impressive.
I don't think it's the same level at all, bro. He used his devil fruit to amplify it. Like,
I mean, even without the hearing thing, he can still sense everything over 2 islands.
Yes, after using his devil fruit to amplify it.
You think that just like the hearing thing was amplifying, just his regular observation stretched over to both islands.
So here's where I'm gonna push back just a little bit. Here's where I want to push back. In the context of battle, the most overpowered form of observation hockey we've seen in the context of battle is Katakuri. And I think what people underestimate about Future Sight is sort of seeing the future may not be that big of a deal, considering that Luffy can do it and then Kaido also speed blitzed it. We know Kaido can speed blitz. I think what people fail to understand is that Katakuri never turns off his Future Sight. Your Future Sight is based on how calm you can be during a fight. And Katakuri was the epitome of calmness until Luffy luckily found his one weakness that would unsettle him. And that's it. Mm-hmm. In regards to a fight between him and Zoro, what can Zoro do that would throw him off his concentration or his A game?
He's not as goofy.
And it's like, okay, Luffy can use Future Sight, but Luffy does not have the same mental state that Katakuri would have in order to use Future Sight to its full abilities like Katakuri could because he mastered it. And that's the point that I'm mentioning is Katakuri using Future Sight is one thing. Katakuri always using Future Sight to the point where he's toying with Gear 4th. Before Snake Man, he's toying with it. That's a serious feat. And then
the one thing you got to take in consideration is like with Zoro, obviously, his durability is incredible. And if he couldn't beat Luffy, if he couldn't like take out Luffy after all that time, and keep in mind also that unlike Luffy, Zoro can end a fight with one hit. I don't think he would with Katakuri, but Katakuri's durability, considering he basically barely took any hits from Luffy and he still kind of lost technically, if you want to even call it that.
I mean, he stabbed himself in the stomach, bro. Like that's got to mean something.
It does, but Luffy also got stabbed in the stomach, and you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I understand. Like I think Katakuri, like, if all things were even, he would win against Luffy if they actually fought without any interruptions during that arc. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is his durability isn't great, his offense isn't great. It all relies on him avoiding attacks, and if Zoro finds a way to get around that, then his attack power is too impressive. Katakuri's gonna get beat. That's just the facts.
Well, here, excuse me, sorry. Here's what I find annoying about this. Is the fact that we punish Katakuri for not being able to knock out the MC, right? But we don't give Katakuri credit.
In the story, yeah, I was going to say, just to give, not to interrupt you, G.
Well, go ahead.
To give Katakuri credit, his attacks were stronger than Luffy's. So to some extent, we got to kind of give him the strength thing. But you're right, he is going against an MC, and our MC does have crazy durability. Like the nigga can take a beating. But I don't think that's a fact. I agree. I just don't think it's fair to say that Katakuri is not strong. The nigga is strong.
He's strong as shit.
I know you want to tweet him like Katakuri's hits landed and Luffy's hits landed, bro. I know you saw that.
I saw that tweet, but again, this is why the fight.
Unfair.
Yeah, this is why the fight itself is so controversial, because all of us deep down inside know Luffy shouldn't have won that fucking fight.
I know.
Everybody knew he shouldn't have won it. It's like a corrupt boxing match. It's like
those stats are terribly inaccurate.
Katakuri stands until I die, bro. I know this, but the point of the matter is, it happened in the story canon. Like we have to accept it, regardless of whether or not.
I mean, didn't a Katakuri hit like hurt Gear 4? So I mean, it's not like he's weak.
He was folding Gear 4.
No, not at all. Not at all.
His armament hockey's impressive. He's really good.
An armament hockey clash of Luffy and Base making Luffy shake his fucking hand because it hurts so much.
In Gear 4th as well.
And in Gear 4th. It happened in Gear 4th and Snake Man.
And Snake Man.
These are all facts. I'm not saying Zoro's going to watch him. Like I said, it would be an extreme diff fight. But I think Zoro, all he needs is that one hit, bro.
Okay, but the question is Zoro getting that one hit? Clean hit too. Don't forget this nigga has a trident, so it's not like he's just gonna block with his fists.
Is Zoro faster than Luffy? Is Zoro?
That's a big no.
The one thing I haven't heard anybody mention is what is Zoro gonna do about the stickiness?
What about awakening? It's awakening.
Does Katakuri have stickiness?
What does Zoro do about the awakening?
That's what I said. That's sort of like, what is he doing about it? He's got to be grounded.
Luffy didn't do anything about it either, though. If we
Luffy can fly.
Luffy,
and that's why I say those stats are terribly inaccurate.
That's what I'm saying.
Those stats don't tell the whole story at all.
Zoro needs footing. He needs proper footing. Once Awakening's in the picture, he's in trouble. And Galactic Donuts as well.
Galactic.
Yes, I can guarantee you that Olympus is not there to throw the nigga.
Zoro has
by that you do, because you're obviously advocating for Sanji.
Wait.
I'm not.
Wait, I just have to address that real quick.
Go ahead, Ken.
Orlumbus doesn't need to be there. We just saw that Zoro has. We just saw.
I was trolling, man.
Okay,
you didn't have to address that.
Nah, bro. I don't. Well, that's the thing. I don't know when you're trolling and when you're not.
I'm crying.
Yes, you do.
No, I really don't.
Sometimes it is hard. I'm not going to. Sometimes, you're like, yo, how you going to tell him? How you going to tell that nigga what he knows? Nigga, what's wrong with you? Yes, you do.
You know my nigga.
Nigga, huh?
I know you know.
Okay, so no attack. We got a $5 donation from morbidly obese angel. No attack.
Oh, wow.
$5. Thank you. No attack. Zoro can outspeed Katakuri's outspeed Cats to land a finishing blow. Now, the interesting thing about Zoro's attacks is his attack speed is wild. I'll give Zoro this. His attack speed is ridiculous. Especially the Shishi Son Son. We don't really know how fast that is. We still don't know how fast that attack is. That attack is too quick. So in terms of like Zoro covering the gap, covering the distance, quickly to attack, that's different. In terms of his actual foot speed and his maneuverability, that's where I'm concerned. That's the one thing that I'm concerned about. And then knowing Katakuri, if he can...
Captain Curry,
Go ahead.
Captain Curry in the chat said niggas really out here saying Zoro has speed equal to Snake Man.
And that's my thing. It's like if Zoro...
I mean, is that really ridiculous?
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous.
That's definitely ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
He was trolling.
Because again, if you're willing to make the assertion that Zoro has Snake Man speed, Zoro should be able to should fold Luffy. He should be able to fold Luffy. Do you think Zoro right now could fight Luffy and beat him?
Oh boy.
Not
Please,
personally,
guys,
no.
be logical.
I'm asking you a question. If Zoro is fast enough to attack someone like Katakuri with Future Sight, this nigga should be able to cut Luffy.
I think he can cut Luffy. Is that the
He can
question?
cut him, but he's not gonna beat him though.
Is he gonna beat him?
I think that's a high diff fight. If I'm being honest,
this is what I'm gonna say, and I'm just gonna leave it at this. I have no interest to engage in this toxic ass debate, right?
Man,
about
you like this
Zoro.
nigga.
No, I really don't.
Yes, you
this
do.
is dumb. About Zoro and Katakuri. What I do know, and what was proven to me, and the fight with Dofi, and the fight with Katakuri, and the fight with Cracker, is that plot relevance is overall. So Zoro or Oda would write it so that Zoro wins. And that's it.
We're talking about absence of plot here, bro. You know better than that. That's not good.
Well, Zoro would win.
Matt, you're better than that.
Because I could say if Sanji was faced up against King, he should beat King, period. By plot relevance.
We could use plot relevance for literally anything.
Anything.
No, you can't.
If Chopper is matched up against who's winning? Chopper.
Nah, who's who?
I don't know. He might still
how? Wouldn't Oda write it so Chopper wins?
Yeah,
Well, no, he lost to Pearl Sparrow. He got bodied.
He got off screen by Pearl Sparrow. He didn't get bodied. Off screen.
I hate to fall.
Fuck Chopper. I agree.
I hate to fall back on the plot relevance argument, but y'all niggas just said it, bro. Like Katakuri should have won the fight.
He should have. But that's my point. Here's that's what I want people to acknowledge. I want people to acknowledge that you cannot use his fight against Luffy to disrespect him. You just can't do it. You take what he did in the fight, put it on a scale, and compare it to the other person from what we've seen in Zoro from a fight in the scale. Who wins on that scale? Katakuri. And it's not like a wash. I would say it's 60-40 in Cat's favor. And that's it. Maybe 55. Yeah,
that's cool.
That's wild. No, I would say even like 55, even 55-45. I'd still put it in Cat's favor.
Are we talking about right now?
Right now.
No, it's 50-50 for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's 50-50 for me.
I've been betrayed by Chicago, nigga.
Nah, bro, I love you, B, but I'm just. I agree 1,000,000% with you, Jay. You cannot disrespect Katakuri based off of what he did in Luffy's fight. So I'm not nowhere near downing him, but you also gotta understand the progression of the other characters.
But hold up, do we disrespect Burgess because of what he did against Sabo?
I never respect.
We do.
Burgess. I never.
He said I never had respect for Burgess. I spit. Never. It was never there.
You nigga never had my respect.
Yeah, the moment the niggas
I don't know who respects.
You know,
like if we can't use the Katakuri Luffy example, what can we use? That's the only fight we saw.
Well, it's not about the example. What I mentioned is you take the facts from what you've seen of the fight, right?
Right.
And if you look at Luffy, it is a fact that 11 hours Luffy was going gear forth, in and out of gear forth, running away. Katakuri was whooping his ass for 11 hours.
I agree, Jay. Well, my thing is like, okay, by your own admission, Zoro was stronger than Sanji, right? And you said that Sanji should be able to fight King and beat King this arc. So
with the
how do you reconcile those two things?
Huh?
Bring it all full circle.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's the thing. We also talked about this as well, Zoro, and you mentioned this yourself. Matchups are important. I think Zoro's not a good matchup for Katakuri. I mean, Katakuri's not a good matchup for Zoro. I don't think it's a good matchup. That's all I'm saying.
I totally agree.
Sanji is a much better matchup for Katakuri than Zoro would be.
I disagree with that as well, but I disagree with that as well.
That's so whack.
I agree.
I'm not saying Sanji beats Cat either. I'm not saying he beats Cat, but I'm saying, yeah, no. My thing is, I think Katakuri has been disrespected by Oda himself. I still think Katakuri is the most impressive first commander we've seen.
To a certain extent.
Because apparently, bro, if you give Katakuri a Gucci coat, he's washing Sanji.
Stop with the coat, bro. Shut up.
He's washing that nigga, bro.
Sanji does not have the facilities for Katakuri. He doesn't have it.
He didn't have the facilities for anybody.
Wow. Anybody? Yeah.
Reitu Sanji would put up a good fight, but Katakuri would catch this nigga and fold him. Like, he would fold him. I would say Sanji loses mid to high diff to Katakuri. The problem
with had a raise too, he got folded.
Yeah, because the thing is the problem with Zoro is that a Zoro fight is always high stakes. Because if you let this nigga get a hit on you, you're in major trouble.
It could be rough.
It could be. It really could be like you have a 3-hit limit with Zoro. If he hits you twice, you're most likely gonna lose the match. If he hits you once,
I kind of like that, Jay.
Yeah, you still got a chance.
It's real.
Because Zoro's gonna finish you on that third strike. If he gets you twice, the third one you're dead.
And that's why it's 50-50 limit. That's why it's 50-50 for me, G. Because yes, I agree 1000%. It's a bad matchup. Like
I like that.
Zoro does not have it's not an easy, all I gotta do against your Mochi is this. Like, it's not that way. Like, he will be at a serious disadvantage the majority of the fight.
Bro.
But the fact that this nigga could really end the fight quickly, or with, like, it's that what if factor. Like, Zoro seems to me like the type of nigga that would take a hit just to get a hit.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
He is that type of
hit,
nigga. Exactly.
That hit.
I mean, we saw that with Killer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he the type
of saw that with Killer. Killer was like, all right, boom, I got hit. All right, now that's your ass.
Exactly.
Because if Katakuri underestimates Zoro enough to fight him with his trident, and Zoro parries that trident with one sword, and all he has to do is close the gap with his attack speed, he can land a lethal blow.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I can agree.
But I'm saying,
Ghost Card. Your chat. Ghost Card said Daz Bones. Nigga, please. Once Zoro figured out how to cut Daz Bones, Zoro cut Daz Bones, and that was the end of the fucking fight.
Yeah, no, Zoro was always faster than Daz Bones. He just couldn't cut that nigga. That's all it was.
Don't do that. This nigga went through the whole repertoire of his whole playbook of techniques against this nigga.
He did.
And when he finally
everything.
was able to cut him, it was rap.
I think, what did he hit him with? He hit him with the crab. He hit him with the gorilla, the rhinoceros, nigga. Zoro threw out the zoo at this nigga, dog. He threw the zoo at him.
I ain't seen that crab move the rest of the series, man.
I kind of want to see that crab move again. I'm not gonna lie. That crab move is kind of raw.
Yeah, you can use that crab move. Cut someone's head off. It'd be over. You landed that?
I mean, listen. I always tell people this. My favorite Zoro move ever is the Ichi gorilla that he used against Kaku. Oh, he used it against Hawkins too, didn't he?
Hawkins too,
yeah. Nah, bro, that's my favorite Zoro move ever. That's an old school one. Zoro's old moveset, they're spitting. Zoro's old moveset is so much better than the moveset he has right now. So much better. There's no variety.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, his new moveset is just variations of his old moveset.
No, all he uses is Tatsumaki. All he uses is Pound Cannon, Tatsumaki, and Onigiri, and that's it. He don't use nothing else.
No. He finished off Hawkins with Tower Climb.
Okay. But if we're talking about, but think about it. We're talking about Rashomon. The Rashamon's clean. The Tiger, bro. Where's Rashomon at, nigga? Where is it at?
He hasn't used Streaming Wolf Swords. Dodge shit.
He hasn't used the Rhinoceros. He hasn't used Ichi. I think he used Ichi Gorilla for the first time in a minute.
Yeah. Now, if that nigga was fighting Katakuri and Katakuri was shooting jelly beans and nigga used Streaming Wolf Swords, that would be clean.
Yeah, he's Dragon.
Streaming Wolf Swords, I forgot about that.
He was Dragon what?
That would be clean.
Come on.
I think he didn't use the Tiger move. No, he didn't use the Tiger move against Killer. I'm pretty sure Zoro used the Tiger move recently, didn't he? Or am I tripping?
You mean Tiger Trap? I'm pretty sure he used that against Hawkins.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Tower Climb was clean. I like Tower Climb.
Against Hawkins.
Tower Climb was clean. I like that.
I think he only used it in the anime.
Tiger Hunt. There you go. That's what it's called. Thank you. He used Tiger Hunt, but when? I think he used Tiger Hunt. He used Tiger Hunt against Killer, didn't he? Am I tripping?
See, look at this guy. See, he does like Zoro.
I made a video on Zoro.
Nobody hates Zoro. They just hate Zoro fans.
There you go. Nah, I mean it's the same thing with Sanji.
No, I mean no, I don't. I don't even hate Zoro fans. I just hate sword suckers. There's a difference.
I'm telling you right now,
a huge difference.
This is my prediction. Sanji is gonna bring out antimatter Cake cores. He's got to bring it out. He's fighting larger opponents. He's got to bring it out. And with the raid suit,
yeah, I agree. He's gonna use it against Jack.
Who you got him fighting though?
I got him fighting King. Give me Virgo. Do you mind taking the reins? I'll be right back.
All right, bro.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Jack, and then it is what it is.
Don't do it like that.
It wouldn't be as bad as people are making out to be, honestly.
It wouldn't, but it's just funny because like Jack's done nothing but get folded.
I think it would be. I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Jay. You're setting yourself up too high, bro. I'm gonna be real.
Damn.
You're shooting for the start.
So you
King fight.
He's dipped for a little bit. I think him fighting Jack isn't a terribly bad thing. It's a bad look because he did get folded before coming back. But that being said, him just one-on-one-ing King is with it's so annoying with the raid suit and Enma too. I can't stress enough that I wish I knew what the barometer of their strength was before they got those things.
Right.
I mean, kind of knew Sanji's barometer, but Zoro, we didn't know.
We really didn't know Sanji's barometer. That leg.
I mean, yeah, but we had enough that we can guess.
You knew his ceiling at the very least. You knew his ceiling.
What was his ceiling? Doflamingo's
Doflamingo's code. Jesus.
He's so fun. I should have never said that. He really was just blocking with that bitch.
It was hockey, Virgo. Relax.
Like Doflamingo really did not put any existential effort towards Sanji. He used two techniques in both bodied Sanji.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's indicative of Sanji's strength. I think he was obviously stronger than that showing. I just don't know
you call
where
it you want.
to play.
You got two-shotted, bro. I mean,
yeah, and then I don't know. He bodied one of his brothers. I don't really understand how strong Yanji was.
Yeah, I was about to say, where are we putting Ichiji and Niji on this?
I feel like Sanji will get done the same way Ichiji got done.
Wow, that's just no. What?
You don't think so?
No.
Sanji getting done the same way that Ichiji did in between panels, Virgo?
Yeah, probably. By Katakuri? Yeah, definitely.
Katakuri.
No, I can't be dead.
I
can't be dead.
Come on.
Off screen, that's too much.
This man gets worked by Dofi. He's just gonna last against Katakuri. Nah.
Why are you talking about in Dressrosa or now?
I think Katakuri wins.
Katakuri's gonna fuck him up.
Katakuri wins at mid-diff.
Ichiji didn't go mid-diff. What's
I
happening?
think that's generous, Zoro.
What's up?
I think that's generous.
Do we got Ichiji to
Dofi?
Where do we scale Ichiji to Dofi?
Whoa, we're not.
I'm scared. What's
power
happening right
is a big deal. You can't underestimate the raid suit. It's obviously a big power up. So I think
it is.
He mid-diff Sanji.
EG mid-diff Sanji or?
No, I was saying Katakuri.
So
Zoro,
what do you think about current Sanji in Katakuri?
So I'm saying.
Oh, still a mid-diff.
Isn't that what we're talking about? Were y'all talking about Dressrosa Sanji?
Dressrosa Sanji gets no diffed.
Dressrosa Sanji is a negative diff.
Wait, so y'all were saying that current Sanji gets in between paneled by Katakuri?
Oh no, I'll say Dressrosa Sanji.
No, I'm not saying that.
Because that's what I thought y'all were saying. That's why.
Okay.
Zoro said that current Sanji gets mid-diffed by Katakuri.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
What is current Sanji doing to Dofi though?
Moving on to the Gucci boots. But I know Dofi's gonna have to put in some effort against the raid suit for sure.
I think he will.
I don't think he's gonna get strung up like he was. I hope.
I don't know.
If Sanji loses it, it's high diff. He's not getting shit on like he did last time.
Yeah, the raid suit's durability keeps Sanji in the fight a lot longer.
Yeah. Facts.
Agreed. Yeah, because they thought Sanji was gonna fucking die then. So
the question is Sanji's arm in hockey enough to actually hurt Dofi though? I just don't know.
that was gonna be my next question.
Because Doflamingo did make the statement that Luffy's Gear Second was fast enough but not strong enough, and Gear Third was powerful enough but too slow.
That's why I don't see the King fight being realistic because I think King's specialty is going to be hockey, And if Sanji can't hurt King, like
I feel like that would be a very Zoan thing,
right? I just don't see how he hurts him. Like offensively speaking, like does the raid suit really increase your attack? We haven't seen that yet. You know, it increases defense, gives him little unique quirks and stuff. But
I mean, speed is power.
I mean, but armor and hockey is
Was it? I mean, if speed was power, would Luffy have needed Gear 3?
What?
Yeah, I
He
guess
said speed is power.
it was fast enough, but it wasn't powerful enough. But speed is power.
so kind of fact.
Fair. Okay,
It's not fair at
that
all.
is fair.
That just means Gear 3 is
Steve-O.
stronger.
Yeah, Gear 3 is stronger. He needed Gear 3. I mean, if you're saying that
Not
speed is
everything
power,
is just that simple.
No, we're just saying like speed is power is just not always the case.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's only sometimes the case.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's still the case
especially is not
because
his armor.
his power definitely increases with Gear 2nd. It's just that Gear 3rd offers a better power increase.
Yeah.
We're not
It offers
arguing
more
that.
power.
We're saying like is
Sanji,
Sanji's power more increased because of the speed?
It must be.
just like I mean, my quick question: is there anybody here besides Jay that actually thinks that Sanji can beat King?
I don't know how strong King is.
Without the story involved.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I view it. Because we talking about story implications, I would say Zoro beating Katakuri, but just looking at them both as how they built.
I mean, if you're talking story implications, and I'm saying stop beating Category, but
Like,
okay, that's where you
That's
lose.
cap. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cap.
no.
That's
Usopp
where you
get
lose.
shit on. Usopp get shit on. What are you doing?
For the story
I
that
mean,
happened.
they'll find a way.
already went
They'll
through
find a way.
We already
Oh,
went
my
through this.
exploding star is super effective against his mochi.
Cap.
Like, they'll do some
Super
stupid shit
effective.
Yeah, he would write some stupid shit like that to make the plot progress. Anti-mochi star.
Also shit like that. Yeah,
Nah.
It's just like, yeah. I mean,
No, but,
let's try to think about it. Other than
Jay, you missed it.
What did I miss?
You missed Sanji getting no diff by Katakuri in his raid suit.
I don't think it's a no diff.
That's not what we said.
No, that's what they
That's
thought we were
not
saying.
what
Though.
me and Charles said.
It's not a no diff. It's not a no diff.
Come on, son.
Katakuri wins.
do you think
but
it would be?
It's not a no diff.
How high would it be?
It's high diff. I think it's a high diff for Katakuri.
Hi.
What do you
Wow.
what you got on the current Sanji versus Dofi fight, Jay?
That is a video I'll be making soon.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Really?
Don't give us no hints, man. Don't give us no hints.
No hints, but I'm doing that video. I'm definitely gonna do that video.
Yeah, he definitely gonna have to take the coat off. Sure. But once after that, that nigga gonna use Awakening. Oh man,
Like I said, you never know.
listen.
You never know.
It might-
Man,
the
bro, we're
same
talking
thing
about
might
dragon
happen,
scales.
bro.
We really shouldn't be talking about the Gucci coats.
We should. Now before we wrap up, because we're already at an hour and 30 minutes. I just wanted to ask a question about the One Piece community, and mainly the YouTube community as well. Just curious. This is like a short little discussion, but do you feel as though the One Piece YouTube community is dying, or do you think it's just transitioning into a different type of community?
The latter.
Now,
for me at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you care to elaborate?
Yeah, I
You,
got
you think it's dying?
No, hell no. I said the latter.
He said the latter.
No, not
Oh.
you. Sensei.
I definitely think it's
like Jay. Are you posing this question because you think it might be?
Whoa! Hold on. Let me hear. I'll explain to you what I think after I hear what these guys got to say. So what you got to say, Sensei?
My bad. Sensei.
So I definitely think it's still alive and kicking. I just think it's transitioning and like kind of expanding a little bit. Like a lot of the cats that I fuck with and follow. Wow, y'all still definitely like we all still make One Piece content. But we also are starting to do other shit, play games, stream different things, different topics, like kind of just expanding a little bit more.
This is a good topic.
So it's becoming more, I guess, inclusive to motherfuckers that ain't just on One Piece. If I'm being honest, like I've seen more people that come to like a video game stream or like just chill talking stream get interested in One Piece off the strength of like just that. Like, oh, these ain't just One Piece meatheads. They actual real niggas that do other shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I might check One
And
Piece
the
out.
shit-
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen an abundance of niggas have that mindset and like start their One Piece journey off just finding out that like, you know, because niggas had their opinions or their view of how the One Piece community was just because, you know,
Can I go
niggas,
next?
niggas hating outside the
man.
club but can't get in.
I'm crying.
Yeah, man.
So so like when they really see us for like who we are because we decide to show them that other shit, like, you know, I feel like niggas start
With some cool ass niggas, right?
Right, which I think is a good thing. So yeah, I would have to say it's more so just expanding, like evolving. But go ahead.
Matt?
Okay, so Jay, are you talking about specifically the One Piece community, or are you talking about just the YouTube anime community?
One Piece YouTube community.
One Piece.
One Piece? Okay,
Yeah.
well, listen, I think that the community is that each year the community goes into a bet. You said what?
You're a little low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I have the chat can hear you.
you.
Yeah, because I have your volume up. So go ahead, Matt.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I think that the community gets stronger every year. The community gets like it gets stronger every single year, and then like honestly, this is probably the biggest that I've seen or as active as I've seen the community in a pretty long time. This is like I think that with you know, when you have your big arcs or like really good arcs, that the community gets more active. And you know, I think the community gets stronger every year because anime as a whole is more mainstream. More people are watching One Piece. More people are watching anime in general. More people are getting
rocking anime gear in
right.
public.
More people are getting on.
I'm going
to
after
it.
you, Matt.
Like,
I got you say about
yeah,
that.
I just think that I think every year it gets better. There's more people, there's new faces. Like, look at how many like YouTubers popped up last year out of nowhere. You know, I think that the community's in a good place, and then also because One Piece is like clearly closer to the end than it is. Like we're close to the end. Like we can see the end and in the horizon. It's pretty far right now, but you know we're getting there, right? And I think that a lot of people just want to enjoy One Piece and want to like just be a part of the weekly experience. Like as many people want to be a part of that as they can. So I think the community is great. I think it's strong. I think it's active. It's good. It's in a good place.
Peyton.
ZFB.
To kind of piggyback off of what Matt was saying, I've been in the community obviously a long time, and I've seen a lot of ebbs and flows, a lot of changes. You know, people thought like certain people in the community would leave. Like when Naruto ended, like everyone thought that the community was going to die. When Bleach ended, everyone has the doom and gloom at the moment. But the community thrives and it changes and there's new faces, but it's always going to be there, man. There's always going to be that demand there. As long as the demand there is for that kind of content, then we're going to be fine, right? It really depends on when One Piece ends, what's going to happen. Are people going to still make discussions and stuff? That's still going to be a thing. But even if they don't, like, I think the people are still going to stay around because there are a lot of people in the community that are not just One Piece fans. They have other interests. They have other series that they mess with. You know what I'm saying? So I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to be fine. I've seen a lot of doom and gloom over the years, and like, people are gonna. I remember a time in the fucking community when like getting a couple thousand views on a video was a big deal.
Yep.
Was a huge deal. I remember Zoro when like getting 1,000 subs was like getting 10,000.
Yeah, exactly. So seeing how much the community's grown and how many people are thriving, like I have no concerns about the community's future at all, because I know. Like it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get more of the tent's going to get bigger. More people are going to start contributing to the community. So I'm excited for the future because I know it's going to be incredible. I just know it. So I ain't worried about it.
Interesting. Anybody else with any comments on the community, One Piece community on YouTube so far? Because I know I have my opinion. Go ahead, Virgo.
I definitely do. I think it like these guys are saying, it's been blooming more than ever. I think it's a lot of new dudes coming up, names that I've never even heard of before. I keep starting popping on my YouTube feed. I'm like, oh, these guys are in One Piece too. Fuck yeah! Like it's just it's a lot of dudes like just getting in the community, and like Zoro said, people want to be a part of it week to week. People want to get into the community, and they feel that the quickest way to get into the community, make a channel, and they're doing that. I think it's blooming. As far as the transitional period, there is a lot of transitioning to Twitch. A lot of that's going on, but I don't think YouTube is completely gone. I think Twitch is just another avenue.
I think one thing that the reason I asked this question is when I started watching the YouTube community, I mostly was familiar with a lot of people's faces. You know, when I was watching when Code Provider, Double for Neverworld, Phone 199, Recon, Zoro, Rogers. You know, these are all the guys that I grew up watching, you know, One Piece live reactions, Toriko, Naruto, all that stuff, right? And I'm used to seeing you guys' face all the time. Now, in the YouTube era that we're in, it seems like nobody's showing their face, but everyone else is a faceless channel just talking, and it seems as though the anime community in itself is shifting away from the stream and the personality side of things, where it's just like, all right, it's my face, it's me, it's like I'm an entertainer. They're moving away from being an entertainer and they're moving towards being a content creator. And I think that's the shift that I've noticed in One Piece, in the One Piece community in specific. And I think that's become more of an anime YouTuber type of thing. Now, whether that's good or bad, it's bringing people into anime. So I guess that's not really the question. I guess the question was, has that changed? And do you think this is how it's going to be going forward? Do you think the amount of people that do that type of content that we had in the past is just going to die out completely?
Nah, I feel like it's always been the same. It's always been I feel like it's always been the same. You have your people with the face cams, and you have your people with the the slides and the
anime clips.
We have our Joy Boys.
Like there's literally always been that. What I will say is that the Western YouTubers, so like the For Never Worlds, the Phone 99s, King of Lightning, Zoro Fanboy, For Never World, Sawyer.
Yep.
They were more entertaining. Like what was dude's name that did Bleach Zoro? Elite Ace. What's it called?
Yeah. Elite Ace was great, bro.
You had Elite Ace, you had Bankai, you had Tekking, you had all these different people, right?
Co-provider.
And like I said, co-provider.
You're dating yourself.
Co-provider, like the Western audience.
Yeah.
The Western audience focused on the cameras and stuff because, like, I mean, that was our idea of YouTube. That's what we thought YouTube was. But versus, we discovered a whole new side of the anime community, and it was kind of like, the UK people, and they're very good at their oral skills.
Yep.
So they didn't want to put their face out there.
Pause.
They
Shout out to what you're saying, but pause.
They didn't want to put their face out there, and they wanted to focus more so on the intricacies and getting their points across, in-depth videos.
Right.
And then I think like more people got influenced by that, and like now, people are doing that. So a lot of people are like the biggest YouTubers, right? So like you look at Brago, you look at Grand Line, you look at who else is there?
Mr. Base.
Whoever else. Those are the big ones.
Roger.
And those are the ones that are doing the whole slideshow thing. So like they're inspiring new people. Yeah, O'Hara. They're inspiring. Morge talks in front of a camera.
Yeah.
They're inspiring.
Didn't used to.
All right, let him finish, my nigga. Yeah, my nigga, come on. Come on, dog.
Like they're inspiring the new generation. Just as like Sawyer, For Neverworld, they inspired the generation. Like, hey, let's go on the camera. So I think like right now you gotta balance of both. And I don't think either or is better. I just think it's like down to like your preference. What do you like? Do you like visual effects, or do you just want to plug your shit in and do something while you're listening?
Do you feel like the majority of the community is more leaning towards I just want to plug some shit in and listen?
I think that's
it's both.
Like I think that's what society is leaning more towards. Like,
I agree.
People like long, in-depth conversations
Podcasts.
that they can, like podcast type of things. Like, they like long videos that they can listen to in parts. Like, I don't know, something like the broad topics that we go over, and like whenever you go into like in-depth videos, yeah, sometimes people want it straight, cut, and dry, but then some people like it long, in-depth, articulate, introspective. So it's like you just gotta look at your algorithms, you gotta look at what your subscribers are going at, and I think you should do it based off that. I don't think that there's gonna be one or the other that's better. I think it's more so like
preferential.
Yeah, how you present yourself.
And Matt, you'd remember this, like, for a long time in the community, like discussion videos and recommendations were the big thing, more than actual streams and live reactions and stuff. Like, there were barely any live reactions. Like, I was one of the few people that actually started doing like live reactions in the community.
Zoro is the first one that straight up the first one that I saw doing live reactions. Zoro like literally pioneered that for the community, and then everybody started to adapt that. Everybody started doing live streams because they saw that, like, okay, this is a way that people can like get their knowledge out there, like show that they're knowledgeable about series and be put on the spot, answer questions. You were able to interact with your subscribers right then and there, versus like, some subscribers felt the type of way like that, that you couldn't always like get to their comment. So I think that, like, bro, it's really just like, what do you like to do? What do you do? And me personally, I think that the face cams are the best videos because it adds a level of like personality to it.
Seeing a real reaction.
Like seeing a real reaction, seeing a real person. Because, like, do you know how many times I've gotten a comment on YouTube that's been like, damn, another black dude that likes anime, that's crazy. Or
that shit happened hella times, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This nigga Matt is spitting.
That stuff happens so much, bro, because people want to know what you look like, so that there's a familiar, y'all know the word.
Familiarity. Yeah, there's a connection. There's a personal connection.
Exactly. There's a connection.
I found Bargo for that very reason. I went to YouTube. I typed in black anime reviewer, and that nigga pulled up, and I'm just like, there are niggas who fuck with this.
Exactly.
And
I'm not alone.
Let's go.
Well, Jay, let me just interrupt you just real quick.
Yeah.
You know why I think it's like that is because, like, in our community, and I'm talking specifically the black community, it's very hard to find people with like interests, especially in terms of anime. And so, like, whenever,
believe it or not, Matt, that's actually where I wanted to go. I think I know where you're going with this. I think I know where you're going with this because when I came across, because I started off, everybody knows my story with King of Lightning. Like, I watched King of Lightning. I was his biggest fan. Still am, right? Back then. And I only knew black people like King of Lightning who liked anime, right? And I was like, all right, I have friends like that. That's fine. But it's like, who are the homies where when I talk to, it's like, I wouldn't assume they would like anime, and it would be a surprise to me. And I'd be a warm surprise that, oh, he likes anime too. But you see him hooping every day. You see him doing the things that I hate to say, but stereotypically people would think African Americans would do. They like hip hop. They like talking about music. They like all that, all the stuff that they associate black people with. They do all that stuff while being like absolute nerds for anime, right? And I think the biggest factor in that is that when I found a Brago stream and I heard Dustin talk for the first time, I heard this nigga Matt talk for the first time, I heard Virgo cackling like a hyena for the first time on stream, I had realized at that point that there are niggas like me out there where it's like, it's not all anime, but anime is a passion. But it's only one of my passions. And it's like, once you get into that mode where it's like, you don't have to be an otaku to like anime, that's when things kind of opened up. So like, I really looked up to people like Brago and Matt and all them. And then eventually I found Virgo and Dustin. I was like, okay, we can do this as well. But I feel like if there's one thing I've noticed, and let me know if this is a controversial take or not. Let me know if this is extremely controversial. For some reason, I feel like black YouTubers are more suited towards the face cam videos than they are the voice videos. Like just the only voice videos.
I agree 100% because
niggas are animated.
Niggas are animated.
Jay, let me tell you, I've been struggling with like the videos that I've been making because like when I first started YouTube, it was all face cams, but I'm like, man, maybe I should try to do this. And like, I actually think that I'm going back to just straight face cams and I'm going to put a little bit of clips over the face cam.
That's exactly what I do. Like, yeah, it's exactly what I do now.
That relatability and that like, bro, people love to like, be like, oh, damn, like this nigga is actually cool. Like, he sure. like, bro, this nigga
bust a decent ass anime.
Yeah, put some fit on, you know what I'm saying? Flex on some niggas.
Oh God, bro. Like, bro, they
niggas got the anime drip.
People always people always comment on my tattoos. They're like, damn, like, oh shit, like this nigga got One Piece tattoos. Like that's like they like to see.
It's okay.
They like to be, like we all just said, they want to be able to relate to you. And I think that like, a lot of people don't expect black people to like anime because a lot of people know that black people are made fun of. I think more so than any demographic, black people are made fun of more than anyone else for their interest.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
by their own,
Chicago,
by their own kind, my nigga.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm specifically talking about like by their own kind. Yeah. So like, whenever I think like other people, when they see a black YouTuber, they have like a different level of respect because like
it's almost like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just cool.
Well, this is okay.
It's I think it's like, damn, like, he's putting himself out there. Like he's showing that he has different interests aside from your typical, what black guys or what black people are typically interested in. Basketball, sports, music, whatever you think, right? So yeah, bro, like I agree with you like most definitely. And I like I said, I've really been thinking about that, like on my trip, just being home. I've just been really thinking about like what type of content I want to make going forward because like it's cool, it's going crazy, but like I think it could be better.
I agree. I think one of the things that I've wanted is the encouragement of more content like that in regards to, you can find a mix. I think when Brago, when he experimented with no face cam for a while and he started to go straight back into it. Now he's doing the mixture of in between. I think that mixture is like the super tech. I think it really is because it's like BDA Laws videos is like, I love them, right? I love them. But then when you see Brago, D-Ace, and BDA in the same video, it's like you're getting the best of both worlds out of nowhere.
For sure.
And I feel like a lot of black YouTubers can look at that formula and definitely do that because like everyone is saying, I don't like this, I don't like this, this type of talk because it can be deemed as controversial. But when it comes to a black person on YouTube, you can there's a lot more animation in their voice. There's more context within what they say compared to someone else who's not using a face cam where you never really know what they're saying because you can't see their facial expressions. They not smiling, cheesing, their eyebrows are not ruffling, nothing.
How invested are they with what they're saying? No matter black or white, no matter if you don't have a face cam on, are they being robotic when they're saying what they're saying or what?
Like Zoro, I heard Zoro say this a while ago, and like I actually agree with Zoro. Like Zoro was like, "Man, I can't do scripted videos.
I
Like
can't
that's
do
just
it.
not me."
I can't do them.
And like
Yeah.
Off the cusp.
I agree
I
with that.
also
Like
can't do
because
it.
I feel like it's like when you take your personality out of it to put a script in there,
Yeah.
and instead of like giving your raw thoughts, it's too robotic.
Yep.
It's too
I
like
tried that for a week, bro. I tried that for a week and I couldn't do it. I just said fuck this.
yeah,
This is not-
bro. It doesn't feel, bro. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel
It
right.
does not feel
And
right,
like
man.
I
The
would
best
like
part
go.
about being in this community and being a YouTuber is that you get to get your shit off. Like I want to be able to turn on the camera and just get my shit off without having to be too politically correct or what I'm saying, none of that shit. Like it's cool to like, what I'm saying, if you want to give a decent review, kind of like put some like little bullet points on some shit that you want to make sure you say,
Yeah.
because you could like go off the rails. Like it's cool to do that, but just look like, what I'm saying, look at that bullet point, do your quick edit and be like, oh yeah, in this shit, goddamn, like you should what I'm saying, just feel the rush of whatever the fuck you want to say off of just seeing some shit, like seeing a word or seeing a sentence, like versus like a whole script. Like now I'm thinking about my diction. Now I'm thinking about, am I like, how am I really saying these words the right way? Did my grammar, am I grammatically correct in this shit? Like I'm not trying to proofread no fucking script to talk about One Piece, bro. Fuck that.
Facts.
I agree, Sensei.
But yeah, go ahead.
Always off the cusp.
I think
Dome.
one thing I do find is that it does help. Like I think something that you said, Sensei, about the bullet points, that helps you stay on track at the very least. Because when if you're doing stuff off script, there is a 90% chance you're gonna forget something that you really wanted to say.
For sure.
Because that happens to me a lot when I was like, damn, like there was so many more points I could have used.
I wanted to mention this.
You don't want to be robotic, because even when we do me and Jay do these streams, we have points, topics, and things of contention we want to talk about, but we're still free flowing and it's not robotic.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, so
Yeah, like another
points.
thing. Another thing as far as like script writing, right? What I have a very hard time with is like the timing, like the video, the time of the video, right? So like when I'm spitballing in front of the camera, just talking, like bro, I'm not worried about the time, but like when I'm writing and I'm trying to get all of these, like all of my points down and like formulate all of the sentences correctly so that it flows.
Yep.
It's like, bro, that shit comes out to be like 5 minutes. And
yo, I will never forget. I will never forget. I wrote the ace character script that I did for my other channel. I was like, man, all right, I got this. I got like 3 pages. I was hoping. I was like, great. I read that whole bitch. It said 4 minutes. I said, no, nigga, no.
Matt, do you remember my shitty ass Odin video? I know.
Hey guys, stop that me.
I
don't remember my shitty ass Odin video.
Take it,
Yeah,
bro.
Devil.
Thanks for coming through, Devil. We about to wrap up anyway.
My shitty ass Odin video, bro. I had wrote so much shit. And I was like, maybe I'll say this here. That'll be funny. And it was like, I'm like, okay, 1, I can't edit, so my clips were trash. And then 2, I'm just like, this ain't it. And it wasn't even that long for all the shit I wrote down. I said this shit, because I talk fast. I said this shit within like 3 minutes. I was like, this is not going to be good.
Dog, like, I be thinking that this, like, I be writing 5 pages, 6 pages.
Dissertations.
I'm like, nigga, I'm like, nigga, what? This is only
I might as well have free ball the shit.
Exactly. Like, bro, because it's like it's the time and the effort, right? So like, you go and you take the time to write this out, you proofreading it, make sure that it's all good, make sure you get there. And then it's like, damn, I could have finished this if I just would have spit in front of my camera for 15 minutes. And then take out the little extra take out the little extra stuff, just edit it real quick. Like, bro, I could have like all the time that you spend in editing and just writing, like, bro, it's like, dog, just go in front of the camera, spit that shit, Find some clips, find some pictures that you can put over so that like it's not just your face. And then, bro, like you good.
Yeah, add some jump cuts.
And then
so you flow.
You know, and then you want to know the funny thing about that is that when I be spitballing, I'll be like, damn, this video longer than I thought it was gonna be.
Yo, 13. Exactly. You be looking at OBS. It's like, yo, it's 13 minutes already. Yo, I gotta wrap it up.
Right,
bro.
Dog. That's the worst feeling ever.
And this is no diss. It's no diss to anyone who does do a script because I'm sure you have a good time with that. It's different stroke for different folks.
Right. It's not gonna work for everybody. Yeah, that's all it is.
It's interesting.
Yeah, like Dritz, like bro, I gotta give a hand clap. I gotta give kudos to Dritz, bro, because this nigga Dritz got like what? This nigga got
this nigga has a dissertation.
The dissertation, bro. Like, I don't know how Dritz is doing that, bro. Like,
I can't do it.
I would have said, after 10,000 words, I would have been like, yeah, bro. The nigga after 2,000 words, I've been like, yeah, fuck this.
After 1,000, bro.
Like,
yeah, I tell people if you're gonna do scripted videos, bro, you might as well give yourself a week. A solid week to work on that script individually, day by day. Like, you're gonna have to plan. You're gonna have like a whole planning session. Like, okay, what do I want to talk about? Then you have a research day. You put out all your points. Then you have to write out a paragraph for each point to really sell it home. So when you look at these long scripted videos, I'm assuming if they're doing scripts, these are like 20 to 30 page long essays they're writing right now.
Right. And you know what the fucked up thing is? Yeah. Like, I'll do a video where I prep everything. I have all of this set up, all of this, like, okay, I'm going to do this, then that, and whatever. And those are the videos that do the least and most, you know.
Bro, Zoro, speak on it. Zoro, speak on it, bro. Oh, my God,
like,
speak on it.
Some of the videos I do off the dome are the most, like, that stupid fucking impression video I did in, like, 2 hours. And that shit.
Which I love. I love that video.
That shit was hilarious.
That video was hilarious.
The like, JD part of that had me rolling.
I appreciate that. Well, I mean, just in general, that's just the case. I don't know why that is, bro. Like, you put so much effort sometimes into a video, and you're just so devastated sometimes because, like, all the effort is just like it doesn't matter because
it does suck, man.
You know, it is, you know, it's weird. I don't know why that's the case, but that's how it is sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's at that point. It's just down to YouTube algorithm, thumbnails, titling. You know, one thing that I find hilarious about YouTube or people in the YouTube community, they slander you for clickbait. Right, they slander you for it, but you're not gonna click on something if it's not baiting you to click on it, right? So why are you mad about clickbait if you not gonna click on my video if I don't clickbait? Do you know? Like, think about it for a second. It's not like there's money coming out of your pocket. It's not like I'm deceiving you, nigga. I'm just letting you know, hey, you might want to click on this video, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between putting some. There's a difference between putting some titties on your thumbnail and trying to learn niggas in, and then you're not really talking about titties. You talk about One Piece or Nami or something like that. There's a difference. And
the analysis of Nami's heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Nami, the most underrated character in One Piece, and it's just her titties. Like, that's clickbait. That's what clickbait is. All right. What we're doing is marketing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it works. This is for everybody here that wants to make content. I promise you, leave that shit at the door. You are not going to grow unless you are advertising yourself in any way. Advertisement means that you're going to speak in hyperboles. You're going to over-sensationalize things. All right, take care, Steve-O.
All right,
Steve-O.
You're going to over-sensationalize everything. That's how it works. That's how it works. There's no way you guys would buy 5 gum if it wasn't for those commercials. Doritos, drink milk with all them drink milk commercials. They all extra for a reason, my nigga. You can't call it clickbait. It's called advertising. You need to do it.
It's called wonderful marketing.
Wonderful marketing. There you go.
Wonderful marketing.
Yeah, but that's it for this long. This video. This actually went a lot longer than I thought it would, but you know, it is what it is.
I'm okay with that, man.
But I just want to thank everybody for coming through. Jake, Devil dipped, but Sensei, thank you for coming through later. Zoro, Matt.
Of course, bro.
Jay,
appreciate you for having me.
Jay, before you end the stream, bro. What's
up?
For the people that I see in the comments that are saying, "Yo, I haven't made a video for these reasons. I haven't done this. I haven't done that, bro." I'm gonna just tell y'all, man. I'm going through some stuff right now that is giving me a different perspective on life So like, bro, just do it. Don't
Go
think
for it.
too hard about it. Like this is something that you love. Like you being a part of the community shows that you have a certain love for this more than other people are willing to admit.
Agreed.
So like bro, don't think too much about it. Don't don't beat yourself up if you feel like your video isn't good. The best way to get better is just to put yourself out there. And I'm learning that myself as well.
Yep.
Just
if you need extra motivation. Oh, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Just like life is too short. All of this stuff that's happening in the world going on right now, like life is too short to sit around and wonder if you should have did something, because like while you're questioning your potential, somebody with less than half of it is actually doing it, and they're reaping all the benefits that you should be reaping.
Yeah.
Facts. And if you need extra motivation, like if you think, oh, my videos won't be good, yada yada, like look at some of our first videos. They're trash. My first video
is garbage. Hot ass.
And it's garbage by 2014 standards.
Technical difficulty.
And it was garbage at the time I made it. So you can imagine how bad it is now. So I get like some people that are putting out new channels right now, they're doing such an incredible job. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how do you start off this well? Like, believe me, like, your start is just to get you an idea of how the YouTube game is all about. You know what I'm saying? Getting your feet wet. Like just getting that first step is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dedication, consistency. That's really the most important thing. As long as you know what you're talking about, and you know what I'm saying, all the other stuff will come naturally over time. Just be patient, put out stuff, and have fun with it. That's all I'm saying.
And
have fun. That's the most thing, bro.
1,000%.
Have fun. Don't like y'all learn from us, like learn from us and what me, Jay, Zoro, Virgo are saying right here, right? Like, bro, we clearly weren't having fun trying to make scripted videos.
No.
like
I could have sold out. I could have sold out and gone through it, and I would have hated every minute of it. Every minute.
Yeah, like we weren't.
We have fun talking to each other.
Like we weren't having fun doing that, and I'm glad that like Jay has said that about like his strong suit is his personality. His strong suit is how animated he is. So the best way to convey that is with a camera. Bro, just have fun. Just whatever you're gonna put out, have fun. If you're gonna make fun of like some of the some of the people in the community, some of the theories in the community, have fun with it. If you're gonna talk about Dragon Ball Z, have fun with it. Like, bro, whatever it is that you want to do as far as like making videos or anything in life, just put yourself out there and just be the best that you can be that day and try to repeat that the next day, and so on and so forth.
You'll learn, and and eventually after because we're almost done. This is me cheating, but this is gonna be my video for today for my 30-day challenge. So I'm gonna upload this job before midnight. I'm cheating, but it is what it is. But I'm just letting you guys know, after this 30-day challenge, everything that I've learned from this 30-day challenge, I will be doing a video on it, and it's gonna be specifically for you YouTubers or people who want to get in YouTube to know what it is really like and the things you can learn from just throwing out content. There's so much you can learn from just putting out content that I feel as though me making a video on the end results of what I've learned is going to help you guys a lot. So, trust me, there's a lot that I didn't know that I wasn't even doing well that now I know how to be better at later on after I take a break, because God knows your nigga needs a break. I'm tired of shit. But you have to understand, just doing the content itself is what's important. Just getting it out there and doing something with yourself, because you're going to learn about yourself as you go along. It helps you in life as well, not just with content creation. It helps you build yourself up in general. So don't be afraid. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. Just jump, bro. Just jump. And
it's a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith, Miles.
I'm one to be talking right now, right? I'm one to be talking, but like I said, like I'm going through some stuff right now, but like I have a new perspective, and like I just like all I can say is just jump, just go get it, and like do what you want to do, man. Y'all see that we have fun, like bro. I've made lifelong friends through my love of anime, like me and Zoro. That's my dog. That's my dog. Brago, that's my dog. I was just with Brago yesterday.
Just with the nigga.
I wouldn't be able to do that if I hadn't put myself out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, it doesn't work out. Well, I mean, at least you tried. You know, having the regret of not even trying at all.
That's worse. That's worse.
It's worse.
Yeah, that's worse.
Much worse. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to live with regret. You don't want to live in the realm of what ifs. You don't want to be.
Right.
You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, you missed 100% of the shots you don't take.
Facts.
Put it into this perspective. What bothers you more? The girl that you felt like you had a shot with if you would just shoot your shot, or the girl that you shot your shot with and rejected you? Which feels worse?
The former.
The one you
The
regret
former.
not doing.
The former, because what if it went in? You'd be
Right.
balls deep in some cheeks, and you would have never known. And here you are, cheekless.
Cheekless.
And I'm ending the stream. I'm ending the stream on that. Thank you, everybody. We're gone. We're leaving.
Good shit,
We gotta
man.
go.
I mean, balls deep, like nigga, huh?
Take care.